Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. Wait, is my voice sounding weird? What's going on here? Or am I just hearing things? I think I'm just hearing things. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nerdcast. I am Devin, broadcasting as always live from an undisclosed location in the center of Texas on a chill Thursday evening. Let me ring up Royal. Royal's going to be joining me, back by popular demand. It had been a while actually. And with no X-Men to talk about. Oh, what's going on here? Hey.
Hey.
Hold on one second. Let me I gotta fix some stuff here. I don't know why. It's probably looking for the wrong camera. Yeah, it is. Click on that. Click on that. Oh. Wait, maybe I need to disable it in my Streamlabs? I don't know why it's not picking up my camera. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Let me change this. Hey, there we go.
Here you are.
All right. Oh boy, technical difficulties always up front. Yeah, I'm doing okay. These past couple of days, like on Thursday last week or something, I had really bad acid reflux hit me, but it didn't like manifest in a way that feels like acid reflux. Like it wasn't any pain or anything. It was just like a weird taste in my mouth. So, but then it started to manifest as like, heartburn kind of stuff like a couple days later, but I didn't realize what it was, so I had to like figure it out and treat it and all of that. I'm feeling okay now, but today like bad allergies hit me, and I have that thing where when you lie down you get super dizzy, or when you sit up you get super dizzy. So like my body is falling apart over here and I'm just trying to like keep it together.
Oh.
But how are you doing? How have you been?
Pretty good. Like okay. Yeah, it's up and down. It's
I
I
think
have
you're
like a
might be coming in a little quiet.
am I okay. I will. I have that thing with a microphone and I have these guys now.
Oh, okay. Well, I do like the cat ears.
Thanks. They like light up if the music is playing.
Oh,
So that's
cool.
cool.
They're all fancy cat
But I can
ears.
switch if that's better.
What was that?
I said I can switch over if that's better.
It might be. I think your audio kind of sounds a little muffled too.
Probably. Okay, give me 1 second.
Sure.
Switch.
Hello, it is me, and Jack and Daxter should have a pseudo prequel game starring Torn that's based on Metal Gear. Yo, what's up, Toaster? Welcome back to the stream. Already in peak Jack and Daxter form. Yeah, I was just saying that without X-Men 97 to talk about, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Ah, I see your messy desk. I see it.
How's this?
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Heard. Yeah, it's a wreck. I don't know what to do. I just can't. I can't. I don't know.
Well, you do a lot
I
of
just need to throw it all
you do a lot of
in a
crafts and
box.
stuff.
I do. Or I want to. Yeah, what I've been doing lately is I got a envelope punch. I used to have one and it broke. And then I was waiting for one to like be because they had them, but they were super expensive. And I was like, I'm not paying $30 for this. So I finally got another one during Prime Day for like $20.
Yeah.
And so I've been making envelopes out of like kids' books, stuff like that. So it's
Well,
fun. But
that
yeah,
sounds fun, but
that's
I can definitely see how you can get your desk messy in a hurry that way too.
yeah, 1,000%. Also, like I said, I had like a which like I don't know if I can like even point this so you can see it. So I have a little cart, and this is organized now,
Okay.
but I took everything out of it, and now that's on my like the stuff that should not be in here is now on my desk. So it's just
That's what happened. I don't know how long have you been living where you're at right now?
2 years.
3 years? That's what happens. Things start to accumulate. You start getting a bunch of junk. And it's like, well,
Yeah,
I want to throw this out, but I need to keep this. Well, I'm going to
yeah,
keep that, but I'm going to throw that out. But actually, I think I'm going to need that one day. And then you just end up becoming
yeah.
like a.
Well, it's just like like you said, it's a lot of craft stuff, and it's like things that I keep for like future collages and like beads, bags of beads,
Yeah.
kinds of things, stuff like that. Like I got a Christmas ornament over here that my friend sent me for Christmas. Got little candles that I made, like we got mermaid Barbie, um little zines, stickers, just like it's just random stuff
Just random
that needs a
stuff.
home.
Fair enough.
Random
I mean,
stuff
the
that needs a
Christmas
home.
Christmas ornaments to me seem like they could be in a box in a closet in
So
July.
there is a Christmas ornament box. However, Barbie did not make it to the Christmas ornament box. I think she's been on top of this little like drawer thing that I have on my desk, so that's probably why. She's been out of the way, but she,
Well,
what's crazy about this Barbie is she lights up, but the button is so tiny that I had to like Google how to turn it on. And it's like an extremely like small button on her like her fin
how do you put the
or thing.
batteries in?
I don't. I don't even know if you can like replace the batteries. Oh, so it's this. It's like a little button on her chest that you press and she lights up. But it like I literally had to like Google how to do it
So
because I was like, "Where's the button?"
you gotta mash her titties to get her to light up,
Yes,
just like a real.
just like real life.
Wow. Okay, they made a very accurate Barbie then. Impressive.
They did.
Who are you talking
Did.
to?
It's
Hey,
true.
Diego. Welcome back to the stream. This is Royal.
Hi. Hi.
Royal is a longtime friend, long time friend, a
Long time.
longtime community member, and the artist for my comic.
We've been friends for 24 years, at least.
Oh man, don't quantify it. That just makes me
We
feel real
have.
old.
We have.
I
We
got
are
these
friends
things.
from the AOL chat room.
Yes. Oh man. And so I actually I was thinking about that room the other day because I was um I was talking to Liz who lives in Japan. She used to be in that chat room. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, she didn't know that I had a YouTube channel and stuff. So like I sent her the video that I had edited and she was watching it and all that. And it just reminded me of like so many. I don't even remember how many regulars were in that room. It was like a lot though, like at least 40. There were at least 40 regulars.
Yeah. Oh, fully.
And
Absolutely.
like it's kind of crazy that I still keep in contact with at least 4 or 5, like regular contact with like at least 4 or 5. Um
Yeah.
because like I was in high school and I know there are a lot of people like, and this is why I was thinking about it is because, you know, I don't really have, I guess, a traditional childhood in the sense that, you know, you live in the same place and you have a childhood friend and you grow up with them and you go to high school, you graduate and, you know, keep in touch. You just know somebody from childhood. Like Justin, my buddy who comes here and streams every now and then, you know, he has friends like that. One of the dudes in our D&D group is a friend of his from, you know, back in elementary school and shit. And you know, I moved around a lot, so I never really had, you know, friends that I maintained contact with that long. But that chat room is like the first instance of, oh, here's somebody I've known for 20 some odd years. Like that's, you know, maybe that's not so rare for other people, but for me that's kind of rare. So
I think it's crazy that
I
we
say
have.
cheers to that.
Cheers to that. But yeah, we have had like really a lot of people who, you know, I mean, Kia, Shadow, Madeline, like she came and lived with me. She was my roommate for like a year.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that.
yeah, like Ali, I went to Ali's wedding. Um, like I've met so many people from the AOL chat room that it's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially because like when we were coming up, like as you remember, like it was not considered like safe to meet people
You
online.
know, that was
It was a
like
totally different world.
I yes, that's true. I feel like maybe I don't know, maybe it's a weird distortion, but I feel like maybe it's a little less safe now than it was then. But it
Yeah,
was
absolutely.
definitely, you know, and I was, you know, part of what I'm doing here is I have this big box that a friend of mine gave me of these like Marvel, I guess, hero clicks or something like that.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't quite know what I'm gonna do with it just yet, but I want to show them off a little bit. I guess you can't really see that one because that's dark. But hey, you know what? I've got a Scott Summers,
Little Cyclops.
little Cyclops. Look at him. He's about to punch some drywall, according to Lulu.
He sure is.
But I lost my train of thought. I got
Yeah.
distracted by the
No,
toys.
but it's been
But
a really good like time with our friends from the chat. Even like some of us have like lost touch, but overall like I don't I don't really know that I feel like the only person I ever had an argument with or like not even really fell out with because it's not like we were that close was like Nismo GTR.
oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
We had like I think it was when it was a long time ago. This was like when there was like the news item about it was the transgender man who had not like
Oh, I think you told
had
me this before,
gender
actually.
reassignment surgery and got pregnant and like he thought that was like he was very weird about it and I was like it's fucked up. That's fucked up of you and I was mad at him. But
Yeah.
that's the only like there's no one like that I you know
You know that
yeah
dude?
I
He
mean
told me years ago, years and years ago. He told me that he was supposed to have been in the World Trade Center the morning of 9/11. Like
whoa
he had a job interview, but he slept through his alarm, and when he woke up, the yeah, when he
wow
woke up, the towers were gone. And
that's crazy.
I was like,
Oh my
well,
god,
it pays to
do you
sleep
keep
in.
up with Sakion?
I wish, you know what, for a while I had, you know, me and him were really good friends, you know, online at least. And I had tried to keep in touch with him, but he eventually fell off the map. And I just don't know what happened to him. I think he may have moved. I know at a point in time he was talking to me about like wanting to move in with his uncle who lived in Spain. So I don't know if that's a thing
Oh
that happened.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what happened or not, but like he eventually fell off the map too.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. Like I wasn't ever close with him, but he was just like a cool chill guy. That
We were like, so we were both super diehard Sega fanboys. Like this was back
Oh
in
yeah.
like the heyday of like the Dreamcast, and you know, I was bitter about the Sega Saturn and everybody liking the PlayStation over the Saturn and N64 over the Saturn, and it was a whole thing. Like
This is so funny to me.
we were real nerds about like the console wars back then. And you know, I was at the time I was really flying the flag. Why am I blurry? I look like I'm blurry. Am I blurry on my camera?
You're blurry to me, but I don't know what to tell you. Like
Fair enough.
I
Is it
can't like
auto? Does it do auto?
your hand was in focus. You look better now.
Okay, it does
you look
auto.
more. Yeah.
But anyways, so like I was really like adamant about, you know, Sega's the best, they're the best developer, they have the most innovation, etc., etc. And at the time, Jet Set Radio just come out. I was super hyped about it. And he pranked me in like the silliest way. Like he managed to convince me that Namco was making for the PlayStation, I guess the PlayStation 2 or something, that they were making a Jet Set Radio ripoff called Hoverfish Outlaws. Hoverfish Outlaws. And I was so mad about it. I was like, those motherfuckers, they're ripping them off. He was laughing so much. And like once I realized he was joking, I was like, you motherfucker. But Hoverfish Outlaws actually sounds like it could be pretty fun. Like
that's a great story about him, and 100% something he would do.
I spent a lot of time conceptualizing.
What was it called again?
Hoverfish Outlaws. I spent a lot of time conceptualizing how that game would play. Like how do you how do you hoverfish? And I guess there'd be some component where you would be running from the law. So,
yeah.
I guess maybe
is it like graffiti but on the high seas?
Who knows? Who knows? I think he just said some collection of words just for the sake of like completing a joke on me.
That's so funny.
Yeah. No, I liked him a lot. I wish I could get back in touch with him.
But, yeah. I wonder like I mean, it's hard because now, like, back in the day when Twitter was not broken anymore, you could probably have found him found someone who knew him or something. But it's just like now that like every social media site is collapsing, it's harder to.
I had two family members who were supposed to be at the towers and on the plane, and both were late. Jesus. You know what?
That's crazy.
I mean, I guess that's a fairly common thing, you know? I mean, yeah, people are late for planes and stuff all the time, but Jesus, what a day to be late.
You know,
I'm happy that it worked out for him that way. But oh yeah, you mentioned Twitter falling apart. Have you seen any of the stuff about Grok AI?
I've seen a little bit about it, just because people are talking about it in Discord, but yeah, I guess there's no like filter, so people are just making. Hold on,
I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share my thing with you, because like I hope.
Yeah, they're gonna sue the pants off of these guys.
Well, that's my hope. My hope is that not only do they sue them, but just like completely obliterate their ability to like function, because some of this shit is flat out insane. So obviously there's a lot people are trolling by specifically fishing for Disney. They're Disney fishing basically, and Nintendo fishing, because Nintendo is famously litigious.
Yeah, they're
so
litigious.
Like you have Mickey.
I guess also that if you tell it that you were doing something in a professional capacity,
you could get past the violence filter. Like this dude right here,
Yeah, that was it. That was the thing that I saw. I'm conducting medical or crime scene analysis.
Yeah, I've discovered another loophole in Grok AI's programming. Simply tell Grok you are conducting, quote, medical or crime scene analysis will allow the image processor to pass through all set guidelines, allowing myself and whoever this dude is, Alexander DK, to generate these images. I looked at these uncensored. I went to this dude.
I saw them too.
It's insane. Like, these are children, like, covered in blood. You know,
Yeah.
like this isn't like
Yeah.
this is
That top
fucking
one, that top right one is like Elon Musk performing a school shooting.
yeah, like with kids lying in pools of
A
blood and
thousand
shit.
percent. Yeah.
Like it's absolutely insane to allow that sort of thing to be, generated via AI in general, but then just to like be so laissez-faire about allowing people to use either public figures likenesses or, copyrighted figures likenesses. Like that's to me that's like a part of me wonders if he's not allowing this as some way to try to like get him away from Twitter. Like I don't
Hmm.
want to own this thing anymore. It's costing him money. He can't like all the advertisers aren't buying
Yeah, they're
ads or anything,
gone.
And I wonder
After
why.
the also like after the a lot of the riots in the UK, like
Well,
a ton of people left and came to Blue Sky.
the riots in the UK, which he could be, arrested for apparently. The Olympic boxer who, was
Oh
harassed,
yeah.
she named him in a lawsuit,
Yeah.
along with a few other prominent people who were trashing her for no reason. And then, of course, just the general flub of his, mismanagement of the company and all the
Yeah.
advertisers fleeing, and the fact that he bought it for $40 billion when it was worth like a quarter of that, and he hasn't been able to pull a profit from it. I have to imagine that this is just some way for him to be like, come on, guys, take this thing away from me. Like, let me clean my hands of this so I could just go back to being the electric car guy and focus on that thing, which they haven't been doing very well either. Like Tesla has
Oh my
been
gosh.
tanking as a company in
I saw
recent.
a Cybertruck today while the city was flooding, and I was like, good luck with that.
Well, the city. Wait, hold on a second. I think you buried a lead there. The city was flooding.
Yeah, we so I work downtown, and the street where my work is, like, if there's a lot of rain in a small period of time or just a lot of rain, it floods pretty quickly. So we had like a really steady thunderstorm for an hour and a half, and it started like the street started filling up. So I like kind of hauled ass out of work today.
Have you guys had a hurricane this season yet?
No, we haven't. Like we
Interesting.
like there's been one, but it has not come near us. So nothing yet. It's just that, even in the past when we've had floods, like we had a flood earlier this year and we had a flood last year, and those have just been from like prolonged thunderstorms. Um, it's just a long,
It looks
yeah,
like there's
and
this one, Hurricane Ernesto.
yeah, it's out. It's still out in the ocean though, for sure.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on it. Yeah,
Oh
see
wait,
it's out
it's
out
gonna
there.
just. It's not even gonna come towards Florida. It looks like if
Probably not. They're pretty good about predicting a path, so I think it's yeah, but also like that's something because it's hurricane season, I keep an eye on it.
yeah.
So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
so
but the
long as they're
last
safe there.
one,
Like
yeah, the
if you're
last one,
flooding on a normal rain, then a
yeah,
hurricane
we're
sounds
flooding.
devastating.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and the other thing too is like if we have, and now that school isn't back in session, but it'll be back in session in September for us. But I think the public schools are back in, or they will
Oh,
be soon.
okay.
So once the public schools are back in, if they close, like our work closes because we just follow Broward County Public Schools
Yeah.
lead in terms of like hurricane closures. So that's nice because then I can just watch their Twitter and see like 900 teenagers who are in the comments going, please, please close tomorrow. Just do it.
It's
And
like a snow day.
then when yeah, then when they do close, there's 900 teenagers in the comments going, "Rare Broward W," and they make me so happy. And then there's always 3 adults in there who are pissed off.
Yeah,
But
because they want their kids out the house.
and they it's so funny because there's like all these joyful children who are like, yes, no school tomorrow, and then there's some kid parent in there. No, I don't even think they're a parent. I think they're just like an adult who wants no one to have
Oh,
joy.
just some pissant.
Um, yeah, 100% just some pissant. Oh, that looks fancy.
Oh yeah, I
So
was.
this is
This is something I came across that I was kind of curious about. I guess Microsoft. There were rumors some months ago that they were interested in maybe there was some potential interest in purchasing Valve uh, because of the Steam Deck. Um, and basically just kind of like transitioning away from the Xbox console and doing a Steam Deck type of thing, which
oh.
I'm glad they didn't purchase Valve. I hope if any attempt to do that happens, I hope it's blocked immediately. But it seems like they may be on deck to releasing their own version of it, so that should be interesting.
Hi, Haunted Wisp. Welcome back.
Yo, what's up, Wisp? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? How's your night treating you?
Do you have a Steam Deck, Devin?
I don't, but people in the chat tell me that it's awesome and I should get one. I just don't know how I would use because I don't really play games when I'm not sitting at my computer.
You
Um,
can dock it to your TV.
yeah, I don't even really. Actually, the funny thing is, my downstairs computer is already connected to my TV. So,
Oh,
if I want to play games on my TV, I could just go to my PC downstairs and do that.
I
Um,
mean that's fair.
so, like, I
I
just don't. I'm not saying it's not awesome or it doesn't have
no,
utility.
I just you know the thing that I like I don't have it. My friend has one. But I
Do you
use
like it?
it. But I use it for the emulator. Like he has an emulator on it. So for a while I was just playing like GameCube Animal Crossing on it.
Okay.
And then I used it because like I have a Mac. So and I didn't realize until recently that you can like install something that will allow like games for Windows
From
to run on a Mac. But I didn't know about that because
yeah,
like I don't really
it
play a
does.
lot of video games, so I just don't know about these things.
It doesn't work
So
the
I
best,
got
but yeah, you can do that.
yeah, so I had gotten Faith the Unholy Trinity, which is like an 8-bit horror trilogy. And so I was playing through Faith on the Steam Deck because I was like, look, I'm not gonna ever buy a Windows computer again. Like,
Fair
I'm
enough.
only gonna buy this. So I know I'm not like so this is yeah, and I really enjoyed this. Like I've watched people play it.
Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like creepy and scary.
Maybe I should add this to my list because, like, I was actually just asking Lulu the other day. I was like, "It's spooky season, I guess technically. What should I do?" Because
Yeah.
like last year for Halloween, I did the 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days, um,
Oh
and I
wow.
uploaded that to TikTok. So I got to come up with something else to do, and I don't know. I was thinking like, would it be possible for me to do 31 horror game reviews? But then I was like, no,
You could
that's
do like
that's a
well,
lot.
you could do we have a friend who does like horror games on Twitch like
Yeah.
throughout the month of October. So
And I
wouldn't
usually
have
do
to be
that too.
necessarily the same one. Or like 31 days of it. Just, play one through and play another one through.
I like the idea
But
of
it was
doing a
cool.
marathon though.
I mean, yeah. But I liked he played some things that like I never would have seen before.
Yeah.
Like things that are like were like Filipino horror games and stuff like
Oh,
that.
interesting.
He did play this, but I was waiting to play the third one, and so I didn't watch him play it because I wanted to do it.
My brother's been
Wanted to do
thinking
it myself.
my brother's been thinking about getting a Steam Deck, but my issue is that I have a PS5 and this PC, so like what use would I have for a Steam Deck? Apparently it also, and this is what Arachnid, tells me, like it's basically just like a laptop if you don't have a laptop. So like
Yeah.
even outside of gaming it would have whatever applicational functions you would want from
Yeah.
a laptop.
I mean, I feel the same way kind of about it. It's like I would also not bring something that expensive outside.
I mean, I
It's
have
just like,
I have a ton of laptops already. I have a bunch of MacBooks, you know. So
look
like,
at
and
you.
it's but I don't. The thing is, I didn't spend money on it. Well, no, I spent $500 on one of them, but the others I got for free. So like, I'm set with my mobile, computing needs. So I don't feel
Yeah.
like I necessarily need one. Although I don't know how. I guess I'd have to look into the specs. I wonder if you could use a Steam Deck to stream.
I don't know.
Like, I wonder if that could be a potential solution for doing like an IRL stream. Though,
Maybe.
like, using the app on my iPhone when I was in Japan, it worked pretty well for a little while. But I noticed towards the end of the stream, it was really choppy, like 5 frames per
Oh,
second.
really?
Yeah.
You did a really good job. That video is terrific, by the way.
Oh,
Guys,
thank you.
if you're in the chat and you have not seen Devin's trip to Japan video, you should do yourself a favor and watch it. If only for uh onsen story. But it was really terrific. And I had another friend who went really recently. So like watching everyone go has like been like, ah, it's so cool. And it's great to see because I feel like everyone who goes is like just having the time of their life. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's great to see. I'm glad you got to go and I especially now like that you got to go this year when the yen is so weak.
Yeah, they're I'm happy that they're making efforts to try to fix that. Like when the global markets kind of crashed last week, people were freaking out and all the usual suspects were like
Is that what happened?
the what happened was so because the yen uh I guess speculatively, one of the things that contributed to it was because the yen is very weak to the US dollar, there were a lot of speculative traders that bought the yen low.
Ah.
So that they can, then, I don't really know the intricacies of it there, but Japan, the Bank of Japan raised interest rates on the yen, which suddenly meant everybody that was holding cheap yen was on the hook for some high interest rates, so they had to get rid of it. So
Ooh.
that precipitated a selling spree that triggered panicked reactions and sell-offs from tangentially related parts of the trading market, and then other things that happened as a result. But it seemed like it was all like that. The first domino that fell over that triggered all of that was the Bank of Japan raising interest rates. So I was okay with that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you lit the beacon blue, but it didn't. Hold on a second. This has been
it
happening.
didn't. I just did it, so I don't know if it's.
No, it's usually instant, but this
Oh.
this has been happening. Let me. I probably need to just bite the bullet. Lumia has been begging me to update for like a year. Like, please, we have a new version, update. And I'm like, no, because I know as soon as I do, shit's gonna break. But you know what? Here, I'll hit it with the update. I'll see if I can update. Wait, I hit it. But what's it doing? It's not doing anything. All right. Well, I hit update, so you can't say that I didn't do it.
It's the little thing says it's here in the chat. The little Lumia stream.
Ah, try using it now. Oh
Oh,
wait,
okay.
hold on a
I
second.
don't know.
Oh wait, now it's
Let it
installing.
install. I'm gonna let it do that. Um, Let me tell you my journey into 80s dark fantasy this week.
80s dark fantasy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add this to my cart, and it's just gonna sit there for a little while. Wait,
Okay, I believe in
I already
you.
have something
But
in my. Oh, there we go. It's just
it's cool and fun.
okay. Go for
It's
it.
cool and fun. So I read this book that had really recently come out. It's a new release and it's called The Lost Story.
The Lost Story.
And The Lost Story. And when I read the blurb for it, it just made it sound like these two children vanished in the woods.
This one?
And yeah, that's it. It's like these children vanished in the woods. They don't remember anything. And then I was like, oh, is it suspenseful? Like it wasn't this whole blurb. It was just like that first paragraph. Like, as boys, they went missing in a vast forest. They mysteriously reappear 6 months later with no memory, no explanation. That was all I knew going into it. So I was like, ooh, this is like suspenseful. No, this is like a journey to another world. Like they went to another land and lived there. And it was very delightful.
There we
One
go.
of the main characters is actually annoying, which I thought was entertaining. Like, I could see to a point where like someone would read this and be like, this girl is so obnoxious that I can't finish it, but she was annoying in like a way that like an annoying person in your regular life would be. It was very realistic in that sense.
Interesting.
And it was just a delight. It was like a little delightful like journey to a fantasy land. Um
Well,
and it is also partially set in West Virginia, so that was a little fun time.
let me uh let
So I
me
read,
let me read this little blurb about it real quick.
yeah.
Um As boys, best friends Jeremy Cox and Rafi Howell went missing in a vast West Virginia state forest, only to mysteriously reappear 6 months later with no explanation for where they'd gone or how they survived. 15 years after their miraculous homecoming, Rafi is a reclusive artist who still bears scars inside and out, but has no memory of what happened during those months. Meanwhile, Jeremy has become a famed missing persons investigator. With his uncanny abilities, he is the one person who can help vet tech Emily Winfield find her sister, who vanished in the very same forest as Rafi and Jeremy. Jeremy alone knows the fantastical truth about the disappearances. For a while, the rest of the world who was searching for them, the two missing boys were in a magical realm. Wait, what? For while the rest of the world was searching for, I'm sorry. The way that I read that sentence didn't translate properly into my head. For while the rest of the world was searching for them, the two missing boys were in a magical realm filled with impossible beauty and terrible danger. He believes it is there that they will find Emily's sister. However, Jeremy has kept Rafi in the dark since their return for his own inscrutable reasons. But for the time, but for the time for, but the time for burying secrets comes to an end as their quest for Emily's sister begins. The former lost boys must confront their shared past, no matter how traumatic the memories. Alongside the headstrong Emily, Rafi and Jeremy must return to the enchanted world they called home for 6 months, for only then can they get everything and everyone they've lost. Interesting.
It was cool. I had a good time with it. So I read that and I was like, yeah.
So
And then
is it like an isekai?
it is, yeah.
Cool.
I would say so. Um and I I thought it was fun. And so I was like, all I want to do after reading this book is watch Legend. And I'm
I
like, hell yeah. So I'm gonna go watch. So I watched Legend. And I'm like, this rules. Um,
don't
and
think
then
I've
I
ever
was like,
seen Legend.
you haven't?
I don't think so. That's the one
It's
with Tom
something.
Cruise, right?
It is with Tom Cruise and a very large glitter budget. It was directed by Ridley Scott, and it is aesthetically like to me very exciting. There are really amazing aesthetic choices, I think, that I don't believe are made in other movies, but I'm not a very big movie watcher, so I do want to preface with that.
Fair enough.
So I rewatched Legend. Um, and then I was like, well, what else is like Legend? And my friend was like, have you seen The Dark Crystal? And I was like, no. And so I
Oh.
watched The Dark Crystal for the first time, and it was pretty cool, pretty delightful.
They just did
Um,
a new version of that, I believe, on Netflix, right?
I think they did, and honestly, once I watched The Dark Crystal, um, I don't need any more of it. It's like
Fair
that
enough.
was it. It was like a self-contained story. I don't need a prequel. I don't need a sequel. It was like great. It was I liked very much that it was, so this is like a Jim Henson
Yeah.
production, The Dark Crystal. Um, the puppetry that you normally like associate with Jim Henson is kind of toned down. The puppets are not making like very exaggerated like mouth
Yeah.
movements.
Like
Um,
flailing around and
the des
stuff.
yeah, the design is very beautiful. There is like a puppet that does like flail around, but overall, like it's really not a children's movie. It's just like a cool fantasy world. The story is very clear, which is, you know, some movies, like I think the story is clear and it's not, but this is like lays it out for you. You know exactly what's happening at the very beginning. And I just thought it was terrific and wonderful. And I think that, you know, we really missed out when Jim Henson passed when he did, because we could have gotten more things like this. And this also, so this not only is like your two like Muppet Workshop greats, Jim Henson and Frank Oz, but also the guy who did all the paintings for the like Press Fairies book, like Good Fairies, Bad Fairies. I don't know if you're familiar with that guy. His name is Brian Froud, and he did the production design. He did a lot of design for it, and he's terrific. And I was familiar with him because I had those like Good Fairies, Bad Fairies books. But yeah, it's
Oh,
really
Brian
lovely.
Froud. They credit him
Yeah,
with costume design.
yeah, he's
Okay.
terrific. And it's gorgeous. I really liked it. Yeah.
Okay,
And
cool.
so the Dark Crystal, thumbs up. So I was like, what's next? Labyrinth.
You're
Absolutely
going
fucking not.
you're
I
going
hated it.
Oh,
It
you're
was
going I was going to
dreadful.
say you're going right down the thread of like all the classics. The
I know.
Labyrinth is the only one I have seen. I haven't seen Dark Crystal
Really?
or
No.
Legend.
So when I was a teen, like all my friends loved Labyrinth,
Okay.
and I would just fall asleep. Like I was
Every
like out
time.
like light. Yeah, like she wouldn't even get into the labyrinth, and I'd be like, good night.
I don't even know how to
And so
spell
I
labyrinth.
started watching it. I started watching it, and I was like, this is your king? This? I quit. I quit halfway through. I quit. I just I couldn't.
Do you like musicals or no?
I do like musicals, but what's crazy about this for me is the music is not good.
I don't know how to spell labyrinth.
Labyrintth.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My dyslexia was mixing around where that I and the Y
Oh
was.
no, it's a yeah, it's a
You didn't like the
difficult thing.
costume design?
I love the costumes. I love
Yeah,
the costumes.
the
Yeah, it
costumes are
was.
great. Like I
I
like.
had to go and watch this scene because I wanted to see her in this dress,
Yeah.
but I stopped watching before this because it was just very boring to me. And I thought she was an asshole, so I didn't care
Wait, why'd you think she was an asshole?
because she was.
I can't.
Like,
I can't recall exactly her behavior.
she's just a bratty like teen.
Yeah, I
She's
guess
like, ugh,
so.
I gotta babysit this kid. I wish the goblins would take you. And then she's like, ugh, fine, I guess I gotta go get you. And I was like, can't you tell me how to get through here? And just, I don't know. I didn't care about anybody.
Okay, fair enough.
I was just like ready for, actually I made a comic about this and it's on Blue Sky.
Did you? Oh, wait.
I did.
Link me.
Okay, yeah.
I don't even. I have a Blue Sky, but man, I don't even. Maybe I need to. I need to sign up. Or I sign not sign up. Sign in and then just move over there, because I'm pretty fucking fed up with Twitter.
Yeah,
Like,
I drew this today while I was at work. Don't tell my job, but I did. Yeah, I was thinking because I was like, here's what should have happened. And the other thing too is like before I started watching this, I was on Amazon Prime to see what was on Prime.
yeah.
And there is some movie that is who's that guy that everyone hates? A Ralph Bakshi production that is Ralph Bakshi and Frank Frazetta, and it's called Fire and Ice. And
Oh,
so I
I
started
know a
watching
Fire and
Fire and
Ice.
Ice,
I love Frank
and
Franzetti
I was
though.
yeah. So I started watching Fire and Ice, and then I just kind of gave up. Um, and so this also has a reference to Fire and Ice.
I have taken your brother. Okay, cool. What? He cried all the time. Being an only child ruled. Man, Fire and Ice was
Baby
better
in a
than this.
trench.
Oh, that's a. Oh, come on! You didn't like. There were a couple of good songs in Labyrinth.
There
Like
were none.
I thought there were. I mean, I can't. I mean, I don't think I've ever watched Fire and Ice. I'm familiar with Frank Franzetti, but um, just because of
So
all the.
what was crazy about Fire and Ice? So I can't like vouch for Fire and Ice
Okay.
in any kind of way. There is a kind of typical the perfect like marriage of Frank Frazetta and Ralph Bakshi is there is a princess with like a very small underboob bikini and a thong, like
which
breastily boobing around.
which I approve of.
Um, yeah. It's like she is. Like, you would like I look at it, I'm like for real. But here's what's crazy about Fire and Ice. So I was like, the backgrounds for Fire and Ice are really unique to me. Like it's an animated movie. The backgrounds are very like painterly. They have kind of like a little paint splatter here and there. The animated characters interact with that background in a way that is very interesting to me. And guess who did some of the background paintings?
Who?
Fucking Thomas Kincaid, the painter of light. The guy who did all those like inspirational like cottage uh like Christian churches in a beautiful field paintings. Thomas Kincaid.
This guy? Oh, oh, he did the backgrounds.
He did some of the background paintings for Fire and Ice, yes. Isn't that crazy?
I mean,
This guy, this
I
guy,
can kind of see it. I can kind of see it, I guess. But
um, yeah, I just thought like because he did these like very like every time I would see something referring to Thomas Kincaid, it was like this very like my peaceful
his little
you
Hobbit village or
know
something.
whatever like a church in a small town, not like the big titty princess must escape these men. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think he was the one drawing the titties.
No, but still, it's like this is what you worked on,
Hey,
Thomas Kincaid.
it's a
It
paycheck.
is.
It's a
It
paycheck.
is a paycheck.
I mean, I'm
And someone else who worked on Fire and Ice was Peter Chung, who created Aeon Flux.
that makes more sense.
I was
Like,
kind of surprised. I did not know that, and I guess because like I knew of Peter Chung through watching Aeon Flux, and because Aeon Flux came out in I guess the late '90s, early 2000s, right? I
I
thought he
want to
was
say
much
mid '90s.
really. That's yeah. I probably mid '90s. I think you're right. But I guess I thought for some reason that he was much younger, that Peter Chung was much younger and would not have been working on something like Fire and Ice, which I think was made in like the early '80s or late '70s.
Well, kind of in
Um.
line. I guess the first it was released in 1991.
Oh
So
wow.
Aeon Flux was
Yeah.
91 to 95.
Yeah. I loved that show. I loved it.
Did you ever watch that
I
movie?
loved I did, and I remember enjoying it, but I haven't seen it since I first saw it. And which is shocking to me because usually like when I would watch like when I was younger and I would watch something, I was very like I wanted it to be exact. You know, I wanted it to be like very faithful.
Yeah.
And the movie was not faithful, but I still liked it, and so you know that was cool. I
Toast
thought it was cool, but I haven't seen it since it came out. So
Toaster says, I kind of loved how super fucking weird she is in that movie, referring to Labyrinth. And he says the songs in Labyrinth slapped, so I think we've got some Labyrinth opposition going on here.
It's just weird to me that like you have this very famous pop star doing the songs for your musical movie, and they are very dissonant to me. They're a little off key. I was like,
Brutal.
people love this. Yeah, I feel brutal about it.
I like how
Um,
you were kind of faithful to his giant crotch bulge, though, in your picture here, because
I had to
that was a prominent
I
part
had
of
to
that
put it in
movie.
there. That's what, see, I think that's why people have fond memories of it. And I was like, you're allowing middle-aged David Bowie's crotch in leggings to like carry this for you. These are
He was
the
a middle aged then,
He was middle-aged then.
was he? He couldn't. He
Yes.
How old was he when he died?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure.
Because like if he was middle aged then, he would have been like damn near 80 when he died.
I I'm not sure.
He was 69 when he died. He was born in
Nice.
yeah, kind of. I guess depending on who you are with David Bowie.
You know.
But I guess he was born in 47. So when did Labyrinth come out?
I want to say 80. Yeah, he has gone on Haunted Wisp. When did he pass?
Labyrinth came out in 86. 86. He passed in 2016.
2016.
So he was about 20. He was 20 in his mid 20s by the time he did Labyrinth. Because he was born in 47.
No, wait, when?
He was born in
So when did?
47. Wait, hold on a second. I did that math wrong.
No, he was 39.
It was about 39. Okay. Yeah, he was about 39. I skipped a decade in there. But even still 39 isn't like that's not middle aged.
He looks very
He probably
aged.
looked but everybody looked older than they were back then. Like
That's true.
have you ever watched Seinfeld? Like they're all supposed to be in
Oh
like
no.
they're supposed to be in their 20s and they all look like they're
Oh God.
40 some odd years old. So
Yeah, they do all look 40 in there.
yeah.
Um, yeah, and he looks. I think like for whatever reason, like my mental image of David Bowie in Labyrinth was like more like gacked. So I was watching this and I was
No,
like, he's
that was
he's no gacked.
that was 90s David Bowie, I think. I think that's similar to the picture you have of him right here. That's a little closer to I think your expectation. But no, he was definitely glammed up.
I mean, he did have fancy makeup, but yeah, like he did not look young for sure. Um, Here's what I do. I did Tim Curry is in Legend as the devil,
Yep.
as Darkness.
Legend. Tim
Um
Curry is a legend. Every time I think of
Tim
Tim
Curry
Curry, I
is
think of
terrific.
this is probably a disservice to his ability, but every time I think of Tim Curry, I think of Congo, where
Really?
yes, because he plays
That's
I am
funny.
Hercule Hermoka. Like his first lines is always like I think Ernie Hudson is like looking to get like looking he was supposed to be funded to explore into like the Congo and then the funding was pulled and he's arguing about it and then out of nowhere Tim Curry is like I will pay. And then I'm like what the fuck was that accent? He's like I will pay. I am Hercule Hermoka. And like every line that he says is just like on a 10 scale it's a 12 of absurdity. Like I think everybody else in the movie I feel is taking it kind of seriously, but he is the one person that is like no this movie sucks so I'm just gonna have fun with it. It's like one of my
um
favorite things.
he was the thing that surprised me the most about like Tim Curry, I guess, was that he was the voice of um he was the voice of a like witch lady in Over the Garden Wall.
Voice of a witch lady.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. Auntie Whispers. He was the voice of Auntie Whispers in Over the Garden Wall, which I like had no idea until I saw it. But Over the Garden Wall had like a lot of famous people who did voices, like John Cleese did
Oh,
the
okay.
voice of Adelaide. Doc, who is Doc from the Back to the Future? He was
Christopher
the
Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah, is the woodsman in Over the Garden Wall. Yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty cool. And Tim Curry is terrific in like just a wonderful voice. You can still kind of like even though he has like this all these prosthetic like huge makeup thing happening,
Yeah.
you can he like he's still very expressive. Um and it's kind of cool. Like
Of
he's got like
Romania. Free
the
now.
fangs in. Oh, did you find it?
Hold on a second.
Herkema Homolka, formerly of Romania, free now of the chains of Ceausescu, traveling the world, doing good. Herkema Homolka, hi, hello.
Hi, hello.
Homolka, formerly of Romania.
Oh yeah, it's the
What is that?
don't eat my sesame cake. I mean that movie. I think Congo. I'm gonna say it. Congo is a fun movie to watch. It's a terrible movie, but it is a fun movie to watch, and I recommend if you hadn't seen it, find it and watch it because it's full of ridiculous moments. Oh, they cut. I think it's God damn it, I forget that actor's name. He's the one that plays like the Congolese warlord who is like, "Don't eat my sesame cake." But anyways, sorry. Whenever I think of Tim Curry, for whatever reason, like Congo just rushes to mind. I'm like, okay,
That's so funny.
he needs all of the. He needs all. Does he have a what is it? EGOT? Is that what?
I
Does
want
he?
to say yes.
I think he does. I think he has a
He's
Tony.
not he is not doing well.
Is he
He
not?
is not. He's in very poor health.
Oh
Um,
no.
I think he had a stroke, and since then, I think he's been wheelchair bound. I don't even think he can like really properly sign autographs anymore.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's really a bummer. I think I don't know. Every time like I kind of see him, it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, but yeah, he's done a lot. I think I most like probably most know him from Legend and from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most everybody I know that knows of him knows Rocky Horror Picture Show because especially here in Austin they play it every
Oh yeah.
Halloween.
They do it every month here, I think, but I haven't been to the one here. They did it every month in Pittsburgh, and the theater where they did it in Pittsburgh was like 2 blocks from our house. So I think I went maybe once or twice. But every time the funny thing about Rocky Horror Picture Show is the last time I went was 2 years ago, I think. Not last year, but the year before for my birthday. They had a showing at the Florida Theater and no one knows the responses anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the participation is and to be fair, like I think some of it like the original audience participation kind of the callbacks are very vulgar. Um but yeah, like some of the things like I was kind of shocked that people didn't know the audience participation like responses.
Well, I guess maybe that's also a symptom of getting older.
Yeah, the children, kids these days are just in
Um,
the Rocky Horror Picture Show going,
those
yes.
damn kids. Is that all they did? Was go yas?
Pretty much. Pretty much. I'm up there in the balcony like screaming. There's one section where it's in like It's the part of the movie where like Frankenfurter is turning everyone into statues, and Columbia comes down and like has a whole like monologue and yells at him, and so she finishes and she's like, so named because of the rocks in his head. And I'm up in the balcony screaming, holy shit, what a bitch! Hey Magenta, throw the switch! And if you say it in that cadence, like Magenta throws
There's
the
a
switch
switch,
immediately.
yeah.
Like it's perfect timing of it, and no one does
But you
it.
were
It's
like,
just
were
me.
you were the only one
Just
yelling?
me up there screaming.
so people are like, who is that fucking psycho? Like, get that woman some medication.
There was one guy like in Pittsburgh who not only knew like the traditional like callbacks, but he also had mad fucking jokes, like just
Oh,
random
no.
jokes. And so it was a thrill to be there with him. For sure. Like
It's been
'cause,
a
you know,
it's been a while since I used to go to like movie screenings like that. Not just Rocky Horror, which honestly, actually, I've never been to Rocky Horror at Alamo, but I went to a lot of other different, like The Room. Whenever they showed The Room, I would go and watch that there.
oh really?
Yeah, Neil Breen movies. I submit myself to that torture because like Alamo is famous for, you know, being really strict about not talking and being on your phone during a movie, you know, which makes it an optimal film going experience because you don't have to deal with anybody. But for those types of movies, they obviously relax those rules because people are yelling at the screen. There are moments like in with The Room viewing, like whenever there's a lot of weird set deck in that movie that's just like art or sculptures of spoons. So like whenever a spoon is on the screen, like they hand out plastic spoons to all the people in the theater before. And so whenever a spoon is on the screen, everybody throws a spoon, you know, just randomly.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Yeah,
so like
that's so cute.
spoons are flying and everyone's saying, "Oh, hi, Mark," and you know, it's just like a really fun, like, you know, communal
so great.
experience. You know, and I haven't done that in
Yeah.
a while, so I need to figure out.
Yeah. And the thing like too with Rocky Horror is like there aren't a lot of theaters anymore that give you that full like because people used to bring like props on props on props and not a lot of places like allow it, which I understand. Like it's a mess to be like
It is, but you know,
throwing shit, but
people keep bitching about like, oh, this is the death of movie theaters, the death of the film going experience, and it's like, well, you know, once streaming made watching movies at home as, you know, the preferable option because you're already paying for a streaming service and you don't have to, you know, get in your car and drive somewhere and spend all that money on a ticket. You kind of got to do something else to make people want to go see a theater, to go see. Yeah, it's working again.
Sweet.
Yeah. So like, I like theaters that, you know, do fun shit like that and let people, you know, it's because it's not.
I have to say that like one time I went to the movies with a coworker, like, and this was
a
pretty
coworker
like,
story.
Yeah, this was a hostess where I worked. And we went to see Lights Out, which was like a horror movie. I don't know if you
I remember that.
remember it. Yeah. We went to see Lights Out, and I have never been in a theater with so many screaming teenagers. And it was like a new experience for me. Like, she would flip out. Like, she would just like scream and be like, oh, hell no, and this and that. And it was kind of a delight. Like, I had never really, because I also don't go to movies very often, like in the theater. So something that's like a horror movie where, you know, you're gonna have these jump scares, where I'm there like preparing myself mentally so that I'm not like caught off guard.
That's why I like watching horror movies at home though, because I watch them with my friend, with my best friend. We sit on the couch with the weenie dogs and we're watching some movie on Shudder or something. And when something happens, I mean, we're shit talking the movie the whole time, or we're shit talking a character in the movie. You know, we're playing memes. You know, like something crazy will happen, and I'll just play like the that song of that dude going, "Hell no to the no hell no." I play that like during something crazy. Like it's fun. It's fun to watch a horror movie like that. And obviously, I'm not going to do that in a movie theater, but
yeah, it is a good time. I think that the only time I've been like in a horror movie that was And this is like, I may have told you the story before, but it's like inexplicable to me. Like, I cannot for the life of me tell you why I was flipping out at this movie, but it was the remake of The Omen that came out on 6/6/2006. And I was screaming in that movie theater, like screaming and sobbing.
Why?
Just, I have no idea. It was like so scary to me for some reason. And then I rewatched it and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, it was just, it was like, she was like, it was when like Julia Stiles' character would see something in the mirror. There would be like some, she'd be like looking, and then all of a sudden there's like some goat head or whatever dropping a bloody baby or whatever. I was just like, and I don't know why. And I had to like go home and sleep with the Weather Channel on.
Classic.
Like it just really like I don't know why. And like it never happened again. It was just that one time. Like it flipped me out.
Just The Omen.
And then every other like I remember watching Halloween H2O and just like laughing my ass off.
Well,
in this
that's
theater.
that's the appropriate response to that movie.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis slams on the brakes and Michael Myers goes flying through the windshield of the van, and I'm just like cackling. And there's two other people in the theater with me, and they start laughing too, just because I'm laughing so hard. And I think the other movie that I laughed all the way, like from beginning to end, till was Jennifer's Body.
I like that
Just
movie.
hilarious.
I
It was
like that movie.
hilarious. It was great. I thought it was great, and I was the only person in the theater. And she gets home like from the bar and starts puking black stuff everywhere, and I started laughing there and probably did not stop until the
I think. Oh, well, I don't know why thing's working. I think I may have crashed Letterboxd by searching for Jennifer's Body. But I think this was a pandemic watch for me, like during the lockdown.
it?
Yeah. I caught up on a bunch of movies. Yeah, I did watch this. I caught up on a bunch of movies during the lockdown phase of 2000 and I guess some 2001.
I think I bought this during lockdown because it was like $5 at Dollar General.
Oh, yeah.
I think I bought this in The Craft.
This made me appreciate Megan Fox more. I was
Yeah.
like, she should have been in more stuff, but obviously she was
She looks crazy
blacklisted.
now to me.
Does she look crazy now? Is she still like dating Machine Gun Kelly or some stupid shit?
I think so, and she's had a lot of plastic surgery, so she doesn't even look the same. I think her hair is pink right now. She looks crazy to me.
Oh.
Probably the best, like this one where her hair is pink, like towards the bottom.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's what she looks like now.
Yeah, she looks like
Just
she's
like a
transforming into like a
Kardashian or something.
skeletal form or something.
Yeah,
She's
she looks
wanting those high
weird.
cheekbones, and it's like, come on, just be normal. Like, be normal. You don't need to look like. That's
don't
the. I mean, if somebody wants to do something to make themselves look different, then fine.
She was
go
very
for it.
beautiful.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Um,
It's not to say that she still isn't, but she has that.
Yeah.
She definitely has that look now, I guess.
She had like a very unique look. Like, and to be fair, like that unique look that she had when she was like in a movie like Jennifer's Body, she still had plastic surgery prior to that. Um,
Oh, I
but
didn't realize that.
yeah. The only reason I know that is because I read so much ONTD. But yeah. Yeah. So I've been on the fantasy kick lately. So it's been those movies. I reread the first Chronicles of Narnia book, The Magician's Nephew, and I started reading ElfQuest, the comic book.
ElfQuest.
Yeah. Which has a very I had asked someone about it because I had never read it. I had heard about it through Wizard magazine. And
Wait, Wizard is still
has a-
around?
No, I had read like back in the day, like
Oh,
when
okay.
Wizard was around, like they talked about ElfQuest. Um So I knew about it, but I had never read it. And it has a really wild publication history where the Peonies self-published it for a while, Marvel reprinted it, and then they gave DC the rights to print it. And so I think DC released the collected editions, and then the last thing they came out with was released by Dark Horse. So they've gotten a lot of people to publish ElfQuest.
Huh.
Pretty
Okay.
interesting. But yeah, I guess they had published like maybe one of the first ElfQuest stories in some kind of book or magazine, and they were like, this production quality sucks. And so they just decided to start their own thing called Warp Graphics, which stands for Wendy and Richard Pini. And so they published it through Warp so that they could have the quality that they wanted.
A unique amount of sinew and botulism on in her face. Wisp,
Yeah,
I don't know, but maybe.
probably because Botox is botulism.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
which
was
like
actually looking into some more accessible options for self-publishing comics. There was one site. I don't know if I sent it to you or not. I don't know if I have it. I think I may have it saved on my other shit. What was the name of it? Oh god damn it, I forget.
it's okay. We can, touch base on it soon.
Yeah, but it's gonna annoy me. It's gonna annoy me since it was right there at the edge, and I was like, oh, it was, and then empty.
Like it's a website.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
think it starts
can.
with an X.
Okay.
Let me see. Was it?
Mm.
No. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to think of it right now. I wanted to say it was something like Zemu or something like that, but it wasn't Zemu.
Hmm.
I'll have to look. I'll have to go back. I think it's on my work.
I heard that in Texas news that you guys have that con in Texas that everyone hates, and that they keep inflating their attendance numbers, but
What?
it's like a dead zone.
I have no idea what you're talking
Um,
about. What?
oh, it's some convention in Texas, and I guess they keep saying like they get crazy mad numbers of people there, but when people show a video of like actually being there, it's a ghost town.
What kind of convention though?
It's an anime convention, but I just don't remember what it's called. Give me a second and I'll find it.
All right. You do that, and I'm gonna go see if I can find the name of that thing because I think it's
Okay.
on my work laptop.
Deet, 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 deet. What?
I'm all blurry. I have to get the autofocus coming
Oh
back.
no.
Come on, autofocus, work. Ah, it's annoying. I wonder why. You know what? I know exactly why. It's called Mixum.
Oh, it did have an X in it.
It did have an X in it. Let me see. Did you find your thing?
Not yet.
I win.
You did win.
All right. Why is my...
Maybe it was on Blue Sky.
There we
it
go.
wasn't in
There we
Discord.
go. All right. Anime convention, is it in Houston, Austin?
No, it's not in Austin. I would have remembered. I want to say it's. I don't know. I'm gonna look. Because people were like roasting it. But I just don't remember where I saw that.
Hmm.
But I want to say it was on Blue Sky, so let me double check.
Yeah, I think I need to start using Blue Sky more. I need to get away from the neo-Nazis on Twitter for a bit.
It's such a like hellhole. Oh yep. Anime Matsuri.
Anime Matsuri?
Matsuri?
Matsuri.
Yeah.
Houston, okay. So, I mean, I've never heard... Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, fuck this. I'm not going to that site. Are you kidding me? Yeah, alright. Confirmed that these guys are shady and shitty and probably scamming people.
Oh my god.
We then headed into the convention hall to find just a bunch of people chilling and hanging out inside. It was really awesome. This was by far the most packed year I've ever seen Anime Matsuri. Even when we headed upstairs to check out the layout from above, there were tons of people on the second floor, including some people already doing karaoke, which became a big thing for the event. This was by far the biggest year I have ever seen Anime Matsuri, not just in terms of attendees, but in terms of what they did and the people they brought and how large the scale was. It was really, really incredible. I had a wonderful time, and I can't wait to show you guys how the convention actually went. But yeah, this was the biggest year by far. 2019 was pretty freaking huge, and looking back, 2021 was very small. The footage
I can't tell if this guy is being sarcastic or if he's like, you know, being serious, because he keeps harping on how it's the biggest, but like literally everything he's showing is like, oh, there's like 7 people there.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess that there were people who had like taken pictures when there was something that was like a large event was happening, so people were really packed in. But I think that the con themselves are like they're saying
We
in
got cheated out of a
2022 they
premium
had
spot again.
73,000 attendees.
Probably
They're-
not, because
Yeah,
like
so
even a dramatic cutback from that number would still, you know, give you at least a couple thousand people, which this doesn't look like it. We got cheated out of a premium spot again.
This year, and it's no reason to complain because I know they're not going to give you my money back. Anime Matsuri has like at least 3 tiers for their booths. I think there might be one more, but you can get a regular booth, you can get a premium booth that's supposed to be closer to the front, or you can get a corner booth that costs the most. One of the entrances is over there, a few aisles down from us, and we are over here. It's not too bad, but what annoys me the most is that I literally know that my neighbors all around me all pay for regular booths while we pay for a premium booth. But what annoys me even more is that even closer to the door over there is one more empty booth that we could be at. And there's 2 empty spots right there, literally in line with the door that I would much rather be in. The difference that we paid for our price.
Okay, so that guy is an exhibitor that feels like he got ripped off. It didn't look like it was very busy in there either.
Yeah, I think people were getting like super super ripped off. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, they're saying like
how did you find out about this thing?
so because the my little bestie over here is an anime podcaster. So
Oh,
because I follow him on Blue Sky and because um I support their podcast at the $1 level, which I did because if they got to a certain amount of patrons on Patreon, they would have to review Handshakers, and so I bought so they would have to review Handshakers.
I don't even know what that
Just out
is.
of just out of spite. It's a very terrible like anime Handshakers. Um, so like, and he used to be very like he hasn't gone so much because of COVID, but like he and his other two like podcast companions would go to a lot of cons. They would do a lot of panels and stuff like that. So that's very much like what he posts about. So I see like that kind of like anime con drama that happens with
Interesting.
stuff. Even though like the last anime con I went to I think was in 2021. I went to Otakon for free, luckily.
Where is that one at again?
Um,
That used to be the big one. Is it?
still pretty
Is it
big.
still the
It's
biggest?
so big that like you have to get a hotel room for it like the week after it closes for the next year. Like
Okay.
Otakon is over.
Because I remember
Like the next week you have to get your hotel for the following year.
talking back, referencing back to our AOL days. I remember Otakon was the big one, and
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
huge.
Akon was like the second big one.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
And below that, I guess it was a number of different things that kind of float around. Dragon Con was around there, but Dragon Con got big
Dragon Con
later.
is also like more of a other stuff,
Yeah, it's just
like
general
it's not
nerd
really.
convention.
Yeah, totally.
But
And it's huge. Like I feel like because it is all of those things, it's bigger than anything else. I feel like Katsucon was notable in that like they always had a good amount of Japanese anime guests. And so and it's in North Carolina. So Jane really liked to go to Katsucon, I think, because she got to meet a lot of voice actors. They would always bring in Japanese voice actors as guests. Um, AWA was pretty big for a while, but I haven't been to AWA
oh, this is in
since.
DC. Why did I think it was in Ohio?
It used to be in Pennsylvania.
Otakon?
Yeah, I guess. I
Interesting.
guess it used to be in State College, Pennsylvania, which I had no idea. But yeah, it's in DC. It's super busy. And that was the
Okay.
only time I got to go was I got to go in 2021 and the only reason I got to go is because Daryl Surratt had a pass because he was presenting a panel, but he already got in for free because he was press. So, because he's there for Otaku USA, because he writes
Okay.
for Otaku USA.
Cool. Yeah.
So,
I've the
yeah, so I swung his free pass. Thank you.
I've been to two in my life. I've been to Akon in 1999 when I was a senior in high
Wow.
school. And then I went just actually, that was when I went a few weeks ago when I went to DreamCon. And DreamCon is
Oh yeah.
like an anime and gaming convention, that's very black oriented. A lot of black cosplayers and creators
Yeah,
and stuff
that
there.
looks so cool and fun.
It was a lot of
That looked
fun. I wish
terrific.
I had known
Yeah.
about it before I went because I went on the last day, and if I had known what it was and all of that, I would have tried to go the entire weekend.
Well, next year you can go the whole weekend. I think
If
that's great. It's terrific. Especially because when we were in JA chat, like when I started going to anime cons in 2001, I think. I think I started in 2000. I think I went from like 2001 to 2004 and then I quit. Um But you just didn't see a lot of black people at conventions.
Oh no,
You
not at
just
all.
really didn't. Like not yeah. And so
Do you remember
not
that?
only is
Do you remember that website, A Fan's View?
yeah, Kevin Lillard.
Yeah,
He had some pictures of me.
Oh, did he? I just
Yeah,
remember.
there are pictures of me on a fan's view.
I just remember looking through that every now and then and just being like, these are just like the craziest looking white people I've ever seen. Like, this is just like, I don't know. Like, maybe I've seen a couple black people, couple Mexican people here or there, but like, it was just all white people. And
I mean,
like,
Kevin Lillard was black.
was he?
Yeah, the fans view guy is black.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
he
that.
was. Rest in peace. Yeah, he passed a couple of years ago,
Oh, wow.
which
Okay.
was really sad. Yeah, he was like the sweetest guy. He was very pleasant, like sweet man. And yeah, it was a joy. Ah, yes. It's terrific. I love to see it.
I missed out on pretty much all this stuff.
Yeah.
But the
this is-
costumes
I
were
love to see
great.
this. Yeah. I love to see it. It's so exciting. It makes me really happy to see something like this because it's like, you know, not everyone who like even though you're, you know, in a convention center with a lot of fucking nerds, not everyone is going to feel safe there.
Yeah.
And so, you know, for a community to have like this, like, kind of fan coming together where like
I
you
just
feel
I just
like
saw
you
this
can be
thumbnail
yourself.
and it just
Oh my
made me
God.
laugh. Horny
Is
con.
that for WaifuCon?
No,
Is it for WaifuCon?
no,
That's
this is-
also in Texas.
This is DreamCon. So I guess there's somebody
it is.
talking about DreamCon. It just says horny con.
HornyCon. There is a
Oh.
HornyCon in Texas.
Waifu-
That is
Yeah, you.
WaifuCon. I think
Do
they
I even
changed
wanna-
the name, didn't they?
I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google this off off of.
I have to say, the only reason that I know about this is because some
You were looking
OnlyFans
for a
girly
waifu.
I follow.
You wanted a
Well,
waifu.
there's an OnlyFans girly that I follow, and she was a guest there, and that's how I knew about it. And she lives in Texas.
It's in Alabama.
Is it in Alabama? Surely not.
WaifuCon is in Alabama. Boy, that has got to be.
I think they might have changed the name.
I mean, it says WaifuCon on the thing here. Unless there's like more than
It's
one.
it's KimochiCon now. It's KimochiCon.
Wait,
now.
so there's like a. But this. Hold on a second. This
So-
must be
so
old.
wait, what?
Is this like an
It's
old
Kimochi-
website?
It's KimochiCon now, and it used to be Waifu Expo.
Waifu Expo. Oh, so WaifuCon is a different thing than Waifu. Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Bringing the gift of waifu to the heart of the South, WaifuCon. Yeah, it used to be Waifu Expo, and now it's KimochiCon.
Kamochi.
Kimochi.
Oh, okay, I see. 18 plus
Sorry.
anime convention in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Sorry to the Twitch viewers who can't see this website that Devin is looking at right now. I'm sure you're missing out.
Well,
but,
I'm just
yeah.
pre-screening to make sure that
No,
there's nothing.
that's reasonable.
Oh,
I'm just,
Lord
you
Almighty.
know.
Okay. I mean, I don't think any of this. I don't think it's like toss worthy, but some of it might be a little sketchy. Let me see. I think.
I mean,
Oh my god, there's just so many fucking models in. What the fuck? There's like a. Hold on a second. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Oh shit, what happened?
I put one window on top of another one.
There we go. Yeah, I like the I like the burly Mario Brothers dude though. I'll say
Oh my
that.
god, that's so funny.
Svati, and then just like a bunch of I guess OnlyFan models. Like, what are their Bill Butts? Do I even want to know what Bill Butts is up
Can you
to?
scroll down a little bit because I want to see if my
Scroll
like
down
this
where?
person is my friend and featured guests. This person that I follow on Instagram is my friend in my mind. But of course, she is not my friend. She is just an
You're just having
OnlyFans
a
girly.
paranormal relationship with an
What is
OnlyFans
that?
model.
The
A parasocial?
parasocial OnlyFans. Yeah.
Well, I guess you could have
I
a
don't-
you could have a
I don't see her.
paranormal relationship too if you
That would be so great.
astral project your spirit.
I would love it if the OnlyFans girlies would speak to me through the Ouija board. Please. Her name, that's her, Laura Lux in the cowboy hat. That's her.
Cowboy hat. Oh, okay, her. Yeah, she just looks like she doesn't even look like she looks like it's a straight up porn star. Like that's just a porn star. Like at least this is like, Lum. And I guess
Yeah.
this is what? Is this
I mean, she does do cosplay. It's just that is not a cosplay photo of her.
that is not. She's just like, here I am. you,
Yep.
you know what this is all about.
Yeah. She's not pretending. She's not like, the Laura Croft costume, which she has worn. No, yeah. She's just like, here it is. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Okay, on the
She's
main
from
stage.
Australia.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm a fan already. I like the Australian accent. And I don't even mean that in like an attractive sort of way. I just mean it's fun to listen to, and I wish I could do it myself.
I know it's hard to do.
Hitting on You, One on 101, featuring Via Valentine. What? Try Not to Come, Trivial Pursuit? Oh my god.
I think we should go to this for the plot.
Try for the plot. Try that sounds all you know that this con is like 80% dudes, like 80%
Yeah,
of the most
just
unshowered
sweaty.
dudes that you've
Yeah.
ever seen in your life.
Just absolutely the most sweaty clowns
Yes.
in the history of anything.
I mean,
I wonder,
cosplay
how much is
pageant might
it?
be cool.
How much is it?
Um,
I would go for the plot.
let me see. Sales ended.
Oh,
Yeah, the horniest motherfuckers bought this thing out in a hurry.
yeah. I don't know when it happens though. So
So I don't know. Maybe have to Google. Wait, hold on a second. Here we go. No. Nope. No information available for
well,
ticket costs.
I love it. It's so.
But, I
funny
mean,
to me.
Look, how is it not going to sell out when you have Gooning 101? Gooning 101. I have to. Where's my notebook at? I'm gonna go with my notebook and my glasses and everything. I'm gonna be like, I need to take some notes on Gooning 101.
Yeah. We're gonna be in there like I'm writing this down. This is good stuff. I think first of all we should do this for the plot, and second of all we should make a clip of you being like, of course this is selling out. Gooning 101.
clip it. Nintendo? Wait, why is there just a section just called Nintendo? Oh wait, this is cosplay. Okay, cosplay meetup. So this is just like this is Nintendo themed cosplay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. This is that's all Friday. This is just Friday. I don't even know
Wow.
what's going on Saturday.
Yeah, please tell me.
D&D one shot. Don't know what that means. Cosplay contest. Cosplay burlesque show. Bang, Marry, Kill. Shibari. Shibari is interesting if you like ropes.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Is
Being
someone gonna
black
tie
in
me up?
cosplay. That's interesting. I would actually be interesting to being black in cosplay. That's actually an interesting topic that might yield some information. The rise of Ero BL. I don't know what BL means.
Voice love.
Oh, okay. That came off the top of your head incredibly quickly. Erotic
No.
erotic VO and you. Okay. Maybe I could be an erotic voice actor one day. Is it hentai? It's a crazy.
Is it like a trivia question?
I'm guessing it's like
game
a
you play,
yeah. I'm guessing it's like a guess the name or based off of the name or maybe based off of like
Or
a
like-
out of context
like
image.
those things where it's like, yeah, is it a Trump quote or is it,
Yeah.
the AI?
Guess your waifu feet edition.
Oh my god, that sounds so funny.
Rate
I'm gonna sell so many feet pics.
rate ass and titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. Rate ass and titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. I like how it's with Bill Butts, because like rate ass and titties is just a thing on its own, but when you add with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott, it turns into like a PBS series. It's like you've got two distinguished gentlemen in like their finest Italian suits, you know, and like their tortoise shell glasses, and it's like
in
Hi.
a smoking jacket,
Yes,
the
and
theme to Masterpiece Theater plays.
yeah, it's like, hello, welcome to Rate Ass and Titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. I'm Bill Butts. This is my co-host Jonah Scott. Today we will be rating some of the most succulent titties that we've ever seen on the Upper East Side.
I'm gonna be in that panel like
10 or 2.
just every time. It was just
Like, I'll be there like,
10.
don't like it. Don't like that one. That's all right. Oh boy.
Boy. Show it again.
Can she turn around a little?
I need to see it from another angle. Give it a
Yeah,
10.
I'm just not sold on this. Can you get a little smack? Oh boy. We're only halfway through Saturday. Too peachy, too sweet, the game show. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like a game show version of something. Voice actor Jackbox. That's the game,
Oh,
right?
Jackbox, like the game. Yeah,
game,
that's
yeah,
fun. You
yeah.
should do that on stream.
You know what? I think I have that on my wish list in Steam. I have like this whole Jackbox series that I wanted to get. There are a number of games I want to play with the chat on Steam. One of them is that I'm Your King or something like that. That
Oh, I don't know that.
I need to break that out and try that here maybe after I'm done with all these fucking Elder Scrolls games. Welcome to the Has-Been Hotel. You know, spelled H-O-E.
Has-Been Hotel. Yeah.
Like that
That's
show.
funny. Yeah.
Digimon trading card game casual play. Okay, well that's fucking innocent.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate Tournament. Oh, this is the gaming room, so this is all just gonna be dudes playing video games. So that's the most innocent thing you're probably gonna find.
I know it smells crazy in there.
Mortal Kombat 1 Tournament Begins is at the same time as Rate Ass and Titties with Bill Butts and Jonah Scott. So I'm gonna have what am I gonna do? what am I gonna do here? Like, man, Mortal Kombat, but rating some titties. Just the decisions.
Just in the Mortal Kombat room, like finish him.
Kimochicon Maid Cafe. I guess I have a couple of Maid Cafe things going on there, and then they have their own cosplay meetups going off on the side again too. All right, you can't top Saturday, so let's see what they're doing the last day.
I like how on the last day the logo has changed to like some little cartoonies.
Oh, it did. That's not. Yeah, it's up. Yeah, you're right. It's just the heart up there. But then they're like, because they know people are going to be they're going to be gooned out of their head by the time the end of Saturday comes. People are just going to be so fucking spent. They're going to be like, I can't get it up anymore, guys. I need a break. I need to relax. And they're going to be like, no, come on. We got one more day of this. They have Ready Player Drag, Sailor Moon MNG. Okay, so these are performers and then closing ceremonies. And then Confessions to Jesus Christ.
Excuse me?
I'm assuming that they're like, okay, I know that you guys got up to some crazy shit this weekend. Before you head home to your families, go into that room, get it all out of your chest. I
hope that's like an OnlyFans girly in like a nun's costume.
I'm imagining it's something of that sort. Hi, Suki.
I would love that.
Ask an OnlyFans couple. Ero cosplay creator getting started. Anatomy of a smut scene. What makes sex sexy in fan fiction?
Nice.
Hmm.
I support that for creators. Because honestly, like, yeah, it probably if you can't write a good sex scene, it's probably hard to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, for certain. For certain. But the funny thing
I
is,
would
like,
imagine.
there's all this conversation too about how I guess the younger generation doesn't like sex scenes in movies and stuff. You
They
know?
don't. It's
Which
weird
is
to me, but I guess like when we were growing up, like the 80s and the 90s were all very horny. So
well, it was a lot like
I can't
it,
relate.
it wasn't as it wasn't as accessible. It wasn't as accessible. So I think just like having to do a lot more having to do a lot more work to like, find porn and
Well,
shit.
you like that was your like we had so many sex scenes in movies because yeah, like you weren't just
Yeah,
like
like
looking at like logging into Pornhub. Like you
yeah.
had to either go to the back of the video store
Logging into
or you
Pornhub,
watched
it's all
like
over Twitter. You could just look at porn on Twitter or some shit.
I mean that's what I was doing. But I'm just like in the 90s you had to go to the because you couldn't go to Blockbuster. They did not have the back room. You had to go to the indie video store with a back room that they
Yep.
had to check your ID for to rent a porno, or you had to buy a porno, mail order, unless you lived in a big city. And
Or
then like the closest thing you had was to watch a steamy sex scene in an R-rated movie.
you
Or you
either
went to a porno theater,
you waited
which
until
there are like almost none.
you waited until your parents left, and then you went and found that movie, that VHS, and you shoved it into the first. If you were really cunning, you would look at the VHS and see where the tapes lined up. You're like, okay, I need to rewind it to that point. You put it in there, you find the scene, you watch it, you're like, oh, this is a sex scene, and then it's like, okay, they're coming home. You rewind it or fast forward to get back to the tape where one side they match up, and you put it back in the VHS thing, and you put it back on the shelf, or you turn it to that channel that's all scribbled out, and you're like, I can kind of
Yes.
see something, maybe right
Yeah,
there.
you're like looking at Showtime, like
Yeah.
you're like the Red Shoe Diaries is on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I think that's a nipple, but that could also be like the clutch,
Yeah.
But
Or,
then,
yeah, or you had to wait for the HBO like free weekend.
or you did what I did, and you just went into the woods and found it there. Because I don't know why.
I have not found porn in the woods, but I did find porn in an abandoned house, which I then hid in the woods.
That's why I was always.
So-
That's why I was always finding it in the woods, because someone would always be hiding it in there, and I would go in there. I would go into the woods just playing with my friends. Like, we made our own bows and arrows out of like bamboo and shit. It was
Yeah.
like the most dangerous game in the world, because we also had like, we would also make the arrows out of the bamboo, but we wouldn't put like rubber or anything on the tips. So we had this bamboo bow with rubber bands for the string, and we had bamboo arrows, but not soft tipped, and we would just shoot these arrows at each other and really do damage. But we're running in the woods with these makeshift bows and arrows, and it's like, oh, there's a hustler. That was the quintessential 80s/90s kid experience. But you don't have to do any of that. Any of that shit we just described. None of the younger generation, like, they are inundated with sex in general, just as a function of like the internet being what it is.
Yeah.
And they understand, even more than that, they understand the implications of sex as a marketing tool and the positives and negatives that come with that. And so, like, there's an understanding that they have of, I guess, sex work and sex positivity. But at the same time, there's a distaste for having sex marketed to them in non-sex sex work or sex activity related things. So like, if they're watching a Marvel movie, they don't want to see two characters suddenly fucking, because it's patronizing. It's like, does this need to happen? Is it necessary for the story and blah blah blah?
Which also, like, to be fair, we had a lot of stories that those things were just kind of like randomly in there for no reason. There's just no good reason. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that you can watch like a Disney movie and there's not like some fake romance in it. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be there. But, like show me a little horny movie sometimes. I don't mind.
You got to put it back to the proper timestamp so your parents don't find out. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Wisp.
Mhm.
You got to, because they'll know. They'll
Or you
always
have to
figure
make
it out.
sure that like whatever magazine they're hiding under the bed is put back correctly.
Yep. Neptune explains it all. An in-depth discussion and Q&A on tattoos. Okay, that's random. And then a Mario Kart gaming session, some more Kimochi maid cafes, and then Neko Cat cosplay room and One Piece cosplay room. So Sunday, relatively tame. I don't think there's anything super. I mean, the Confessions to Jesus Christ might be the only only
Oh my
question mark
gosh.
that I have, but Sunday is definitely tamer than the way it starts off. Right out the bat, you have Gooning 101, but
Tuning 101.
yeah, I guess this is what Waifu Con
Kimochi
is.
Waifu Expo.
Or Waifu Expo.
Formerly Waifu Expo. Now Kimochi. Kimochi? Is that? I don't
Yeah,
even know what that word
Kimochi
is.
Con. I'm sure it's something grody. Let's see what's going on
Oh my
with
god, it's probably just like whatever. I'll look it up.
enter the password to view.
Where's
Oh,
Lauren?
Where's
Yes, you do.
Lauren? I was talking with her last night. I'll try to convince her to make a video game with me.
Oh, it means feeling.
Oh, that's creepy. WaifuCon won't even let me see what's going on there without logging in, which
It's in Alabama.
is suspicious. Yeah. There's something suspicious going on there in Alabama. Yo, Sean L, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Yo, what's this about gooning? I don't know how, but we got onto the topic of what used to be called Waifu Expo, now called Kimochi Con in Dallas, and
I give it a 10.
she gives it a 10. I have to reserve my score. They
Where
have
do we
a
go next year?
they have a section in it called Gooning 101. In addition to all other sort of horny things,
In addition to rate ass and titties with what's his name? Who's
with
the
yes,
fine
Bill
gentleman? Who are
Bill
these
Butt,
gentlemen?
Bill Butts, and Jonah Scott. So yeah, this I wonder how this probably gets more people than that other con you were talking about.
This is Dallas Fort Worth. Oh, I'm sure it does.
I'm good, man. I thought we would have more Morrowind. I interrupt your normal Morrowind schedule to corrupt
To
you
rate.
with this insanity. Yeah, this is the kind of con where you would definitely need to have this disclaimer. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, they absolutely are. I think they're pretty. I'm sure they're really strict.
Oh, here are your
there you
prices
go.
here.
Here we go.
The 3-day at the door is 80. I mean, it's not bad, I guess.
That, for 3 days, that's
For 3
great,
days,
I
yeah.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I wonder what the
it's probably why they're
VIP
all
is.
it's probably why they're all sold out, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what
When is it though?
May 7th. Oh, this was in the past, May 17th. So, I guess maybe the
Okay,
next
so
one
next May.
possibly.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the VIP entails.
I wonder what that is. That's interesting. I'm gonna see if I can Google it.
I don't know
I wonder
why.
if it's like a meet and greet or something.
I don't know
Oops.
why. Why am I digging so deeply into this?
Because we're going. We're going next
I
year.
don't want to go to this thing. It's gonna be like fucking. Hold on a second. I'm gonna
Do it for the plot, Devin.
for the plot. I'm gonna. What's up, Suki? She's out there meowing her. Okay, it's a good thing. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, their Instagram is just like the fattest ass I've ever seen. Like right off the bat. Okay. It's a good thing I pulled that off screen because I wanted to get some sense of what this con actually looks like.
Wait, they have an Instagram?
I'm not seeing any.
Is that what you're looking at? Is their Instagram?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if they had pictures of what like the floor ground looks like, the convention ground looks
Like the convention itself.
Yeah. But
I mean, it probably doesn't it say like where it is.
Okay.
I have to say about this first picture on their Instagram, I give it a 10.
You give it a 10?
I do.
Okay, this one was last year. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look, I guess, any different than any other kind of con, anime con. I guess I'm looking at a very selective set of pictures here. But
Reminder, you must wear a cover-up outside of the convention area. If you are seen without one in the hotel, the staff will ask you to leave the premises immediately. No exceptions.
okay.
Please be respectful of non-con goers in the public shared spaces by bringing a cover-up.
I don't even know. We were talking about DreamCon. That's how this started. So we were looking at DreamCon, and then I saw this this horny con image, and then
yeah, and I was like, oh, Kimochi Con.
Yes. Yeah, but what does the VIP come with? Is this a con for anime perverts? I think just perverts in general, but kind of anime perverts. Yes.
I also want to know.
I want to see that
VIP
fat ass. You got to go to the Instagram account.
The Kimochi Con Instagram. It's the first person.
This was cool though. I actually really liked what I had seen of this. I wish I had gone earlier. Cause like what happened?
Yeah, it looks super cool.
What ended up happening was I was just out downtown as I usually am on a Saturday night, and I was walking back to my car and I saw this dude who was like he was decked out in like a full Black Panther cosplay. And it was awesome, like high quality with the helmet that was like a high quality helmet. And I just mentioned in passing, I was like, "Oh, your costume's dope. I like it." He's like, "Oh, thanks. I made it myself." And we talked a little bit. And then he told me that, like, he was there for the con, but his rental car got towed. And I was like, "Oh, that sucks, but I'll help you out. Whatever. What do you need?" He needed a ride to go pick up the rental car from where it got impounded at. So I gave him a ride. He was like, "Thanks, I really appreciate it, man. If you want to go to the con tomorrow, let me know and I'll get you a pass." And I was like, "Sure, I'm no fucking problem. I've never heard of it, but I'll check it out." So I showed up the next day and he got me in. And when I was walking around in there, I was like, "Am I in Atlanta or something? I hadn't ever seen this many black people in Austin at all. Like, this is the most black people I've ever seen in this city." And it was dope. It was cool. Everyone was having fun. I mean, it's not like it was black only. Like, there were plenty of non-black people there, and it wasn't like a mandated sort of thing. But it was a con that's thrown by RDC World, that dude who's very famous for the sketch comedies that he does. He and his troupe does on YouTube. They had a basketball game there too that I did. It was a creator basketball game, so like, a bunch of content creators and some semi-pros playing hoop against each other, which looked fun. But the guy that runs it has a huge following amongst the black community, so makes sense that it's that dude right there. If you ever watched any of his skits, they're hilarious. I would definitely recommend checking them out.
We should go to this, then we should go to the rodeo, the Black Rodeo.
The Black Rodeo. I mean, this is usually in Texas. Yeah. The Black Rodeo that we were watching that one time was like in California.
Well, they have a traveling one that I think they have that one that comes to Texas. But yeah, I support these events. Support events. And we should go to the Kimochi Con next year.
You're gonna have to convince me that KomochiCon is actually a thing that needs to happen because I'm not sold
We
on
can
that just yet.
we can make a video of it.
Oh, I'm
for
sure
your
we could.
YouTubes
I'm sure we could. There's a lot
content.
like, man, I still need to ride more trains. I want to do train riding videos.
Yeah. Does the Amtrak go through Austin?
Amtrak is so fucking shitty. So I'm still like, wishing we had a Shinkansen, super awesome. And I was like, what's the closest thing? I want to see what a comparable ride from Tokyo to Kyoto, which is what I rode the Shinkansen for. Like, I wonder what's comparable here in Texas. And I looked it up, and there's only one train line that's comparable, and that's San Antonio to New Orleans. And I've never been to New Orleans, and I hear a lot of great things about the city. So I was like, you know what? Maybe one day, I was like, maybe one day I'll do a ride on I'll do a train ride for San Antonio to Amtrak just to see what that feels like. And I looked it up, and if you're driving from San Antonio to New Orleans in a car, it's about 6 or 7 hour drive. The Amtrak train from San Antonio to New Orleans,
Is it 8?
15!
It's 15.
15 hours!
Oh my god.
Which is like, that's the opposite of a bullet train. That's like the time slows down train. Like, you should never.
We have a train here, called the Bright Line.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know.
I want to ride the Bright Line.
You should come and ride the Bright Line. I've never been on it. I think they just opened to Orlando, but I think it's the same amount as driving time. I'm not sure, but it's just one of those things where it's like, because Orlando is not really easy to get around either.
Yeah.
So you kind of want a car there. I don't know though. I've never tried to take public transportation in Orlando. Orlando.
Where are you
But
at?
people I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, you're in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Well, do they not have
Yeah.
let me actually Google.
But Florida is so large. They should really have it like from Miami up to Jacksonville, honestly. I think. And I think they should have it straight from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa, because that is also like, for us to go from here to Tampa is still like 5 hours. So yeah, I would love it if high-speed rail went directly from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa.
Okay, so you're down here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're actually, I didn't realize you were that close to Miami.
Yeah, it's about an hour-ish.
Okay. So then, yeah, it goes out from Tampa to Orlando, and then, yeah, that's a pretty long journey. How long is it from Orlando to West Palm Beach?
I want to say it's about 3 hours drive.
3 hours drive, okay.
I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. Let me look. I'll Google it. Hang on.
Let me see.
My M key has been sticking lately. I appreciate it.
Your what? Oh, your M
The
key.
M key, yeah. It's from West Palm Beach. It's about 2.5 hours.
Okay,
depending on what road you take.
So then it looks like the train doesn't save you a whole lot of time, because it looks like it's 2 hours and 8 minutes on the Bright Line.
Yeah, that's whack to me.
Yeah,
but
I mean, how fast is it?
Not fast enough.
I mean,
People are also been super weird about it
it
because
says 125 miles an hour. I don't know. That must be like.
No, that's the maximum operating speed. They said the average speed is 70, 69.
Oh, I
so
see,
like
I see, I
that's
see. So that's just same as driving,
Forget it.
yeah.
yeah, pretty much. People are super weird about it because they're like, people die, and I'm like, yeah, because they try to beat the bright line. Like, you can't try to beat the train. Which I feel every Generation Xer knows that because cartoons told us all the time to stop trying to beat the train across the tracks.
I got to be honest with you. I not only do I not give a shit about people getting hit by that train, I actively laugh every time I see a new thing where it's like someone else got hit by the bright line. It's like it's a fucking train. It's only ever going to be on one thing. Like it's easy to avoid.
You know when it's going to happen.
Okay, the average speed of the Shinkansen is about 150 to 200 miles an hour. So
yeah,
they actually utilize their bullet capacity there. But
yeah, which I think like would be. I think this is a really large, long state.
Yeah.
Even from here, like as far south as we are, for us to get to Key West is a 5-hour drive. To get to Key West. So yeah, it's a long state. It's I would love it if I could go up to Jacksonville at 200 miles an hour. Because like I hate driving. The drive sucks to get from here to Northeast Florida, and then so it's either drive and hate your life or fly Spirit and hate your life.
And that's the thing. Japan has really spoiled me for like public transit, and it's hard to come back to a world where I don't have that option of like I'm just gonna get on the train,
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm desperate for like even if the average speed is 70, okay, so it doesn't save me a lot of time driving, but at least I'm not the one driving the damn thing. Like
yeah, exactly.
At least I can just chill
driving. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it. Like, oh, I could read a book right now instead of screaming at some person who's trying to bully me into changing lanes.
Let me catch up on the chat here. I don't know, man. $400. That's like a hotel in Vegas with money for booze and nose candy. Yeah, I have a feeling that you wouldn't be lacking in finding either of those things at KimochiCon.
I mean, we just don't know what that VIP package entails. I have no idea. So, but and truly, like, for sweaty men who are going to this, they probably spend that on OnlyFans, on an OnlyFans subscription.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, I can't imagine how many OnlyFans subs
for that. Yeah, like and those girls are probably getting mad subs just from being there. I'm sure that's totally great advertising for them. That girl Laura Lux, that I follow, I used to follow her on Twitter, but I don't look at Twitter anymore. But like, she bought like an Audi with her OnlyFans money.
Jeez, that's a poor investment. she should put that money in some kind of savings, high yield savings. Look at this. Okay, this is my OnlyFans right here. Look at how I mean, this is the premium seating.
Only trains.
Yeah. Only trains. So this is the premium seating. Yeah, only trains. Only rails. Like this is the only train I want to get railed by. But yeah, this is the premium seating. So
yeah, that looks nice.
I want to see where the normies sit.
Right.
This guy only rode premium? Come on, man.
This station is right next to where I would catch the bus. Like not really, but like it's next to the Broward Central terminal, like right next to each other. So I do see the Bright Line every day, but I've never been on it. But people ride it up to Boca Raton a lot, and Boca Raton is not far away. I mean, so it's probably very convenient to go to Boca Raton.
It does look like a pretty nice train. And I mean, I could see how that would be a pretty nice ride if it's, right along the coastline.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the stations, the station looks nice, both of them, the Orlando one and the Miami one. So, I need to go. I need to go out there and ride the Bright Line. I
Yeah.
did go into Tampa, ride it to Orlando, check out Orlando, ride it to Miami.
They have a very fancy, I don't know if you are into swimming. Do you like swimming, sea
Yeah.
creatures? They have a very fancy park in Orlando. It's expensive, but it's all inclusive. So like it's food, it's drinks, it's like your whole day. And they have like a living reef, you snorkel with fish, you can do like a dolphin encounter if you pay extra for it. They
Yeah.
have like stuff like that. Let me see what it's called because it was really cool. And like because I was just looking for like a dolphin encounter thing. But everyone I know, like, it is like really expensive. Like I want to say $250 or something.
Oh, jeez.
But like, it's called Discovery Cove. But we have friends who like saved up to go to Discovery Cove.
Oh my God, this
and-
train is so shitty. This is the Amtrak from San Antonio to New Orleans. And look, it has like bullet holes or some shit in it. It looks like it's been shot. Look, you see that? Like it's
Yeah.
been shot by something. Why is this train all busted up and dented looking?
It's working. It's a working train. Yeah, so it's called Discovery Cove, and like every friend that I've asked about it, they've loved it. Like they have no complaints about it whatsoever.
Discovery Cove. Oh, you
Yeah.
know what? I feel like either you told me about this before or somebody did. I feel like you did tell me about this before.
Really?
I feel like
Yeah,
it looks
but, like,
familiar.
I posted about it on Facebook for sure. Because I wanted to know if anyone had gone. But yeah, we had two friends, mutual friends who had gone, and they were like, "Yeah, it's great." They
Okay.
were like, we swam with the dolphins, it ruled. It's not super crowded. They cap like attendance. You have to like register to go for the day and stuff like that. And yeah, they really liked it. So maybe in the future I will do that because it seems cool. I think my sister would really like it.
Yeah, this guy, he confirms it. This was a 15-hour. Look at how slow it's going.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing. Oh man, I feel so depressed now.
Oh
This is-
no, it's okay.
This is
It's
Texas.
all white.
This is life in Texas.
Well, I would like to go to New Orleans again.
Oh, you've been there.
I went very briefly. I went in 2008. And it was in, I want to say February, and I was like, one, quite broke. I went with my bestie, and two, it was surprisingly cold that week. Like, we were freezing. It was my bestie. Her daughter then was like very small, like still, I want to say like 1 or 2. And we had to constantly like go back to our hotel room and kind of warm up. It was quite cold for the South. But it was fun. It just wasn't like, it wasn't all I could be because I had like literally just lost my job. The restaurant where I worked had just closed.
Oh,
So it was kind of like, should I move to New Orleans? Let's find out. So we just like went on this trip. But yeah, it was I think I have like a picture of myself next to Marie Laveau's tomb, but I don't, it was pretty low key.
yeah. I mean, so I want to go because I've always been interested in like the ghost history of the city. And
Yeah.
it seems like it'd be cool to do like, I don't know, like there was a period of time when I wanted to be a paranormal investigator, and I was like, that would be kind of neat. But then I was like, oh wait, I'm terrified of ghosts and shit. Even though I'm the least clairvoyant person imaginable, like I don't have that sense of, ooh, there is a dark presence here or something like that. If I was ever haunted by a ghost, I would have never know. But it still just seemed kind of like
The idea of that is very funny though. I think you should write a story about that.
about
Like a
what?
person who is haunted by a ghost and they don't know
And
it.
they don't know
so
it?
like Yeah, and so someone else has to tell them about it.
Yeah, they're just like unaffected by all the weird shit happening. Why are
But,
you-
like weird shit happens, just like they're like, oh yeah, it's whatever. I don't even think about it, you know. Yeah, my mom, however, is that person who gets those sensations.
Oh, is she? So she can
We
sense.
went, so yeah, so speaking of haunted, like you could come to Florida because there's St. Augustine, which is the most haunted
I
city in
want
the
it.
United
Well,
States.
that also looks like an amazing city too.
And so my mom went with her boyfriend to like on some ghost tour. So they're on this ghost tour and they're like walking around, and I think it might have been one of the ones where they give them like some kind of monitor or something. They're on it's a guided tour. So they go on this ghost tour. They walk to a plaza. They're in this plaza. My mom's like, "Ah, I feel like tightness. Like my throat feels tight in this area." And it was a place where someone had been hanged.
But so that she was on a ghost tour though, right? So
Yeah, and so like
she knew that something had happened there.
well, something has happened everywhere. Like apparently because my bestie and I we went on a ghost tour instead of going to our 10-year high school reunion. We were like, nope. So we went on a ghost tour at St. Augustine. And
Oh, this is awesome.
they
This is like a website right out of 1997.
yeah, the papyrus font. And they told us that anytime they break ground in St. Augustine, they will find remains. Like
Oh,
with
really?
there's no doubt. Like every time ground is broken, they find human remains and they just have to test them and make sure they are old and not new.
I like how it says actual sightings, as opposed to the bullshit we tell you.
Oh my gosh, I have fully had a picture similar to that. Like an absolute like orb picture with the timestamp from my like digital camera. I was taking these pictures on this ghost tour. My best friend had her digital camera with her also on this ghost tour that she had like just put fresh batteries in and it died like immediately.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you can absolutely get those.
I'm trying to make
100%.
out like what's the ghost? Where are the ghosts? Like, I can understand.
It's like
Like this is
yeah.
like the ethereal aura of a spirit
Yeah.
or something is what they're getting at there. But like, is this supposed to be it too, or what? Am I missing something? That just kind of looks like smoke to me, and that's like a headlight or something. But what else is going on here?
I've gotten photos like that though, like with that kind of like electric trail looking. Not like this, but like the green one in the previous, and we have no idea
Like
what
this
it
one?
was. No, like, but I've gotten stuff like that too. Yeah, fully. Like this one. I think
Oh,
I've gotten one like that before. Not me personally, but like we went one time back in my hometown, we asked permission to walk through the cemetery late at night to do photos like this. And my friend got one that looked like that like weird crackling. Like some of this obviously like looks like it's just a light far away, but there's no lights out there.
you know
Like
what?
it's a yeah.
What I need then is I need for there to be two people, one person to take the picture, and a second person to video the person taking the picture, so that I could actually see not just like this after the fact, but that I could actually see it occurring, from a third person perspective.
Ooh, that's creepy. The one with the swing and the orb is right there.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's scary. That one looks crazy.
Oh, it's like a rape shack. What the fuck?
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, St. Augustine is cool. I think you would have a good time. There's a lot of ghost stuff there. It's very haunted.
Lantern lit walking ghost tours, paranormal investigations, haunted pub crawls. This website, man. This is Netscape Navigator.
I love it. All websites should look like this. Everyone should have to do their website with the HTML that they learned when they were customizing their live journal.
Oh man, I need to plan my trip to Florida then. Apparently there's
Yeah.
there's a lot for me to do. My friend just wants me to go to Disney. And I'm like, I don't really care for, I mean, I'm sure it's awesome, but
I want to go to Epcot.
she's all
actually.
about Epcot. Like if I do go, then
Epcot is cool.
you'll have to go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to go to Epcot because I guess I didn't realize they had this, but I guess in Epcot Japan they have a thing where you can pick oysters and they'll like pull the oyster for you and pull the pearl out and set a pearl for you.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I wanted to do that because I saw they do it in Hawaii at like the Dole Pineapple Plantation.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do that. And then I realized they had it at Epcot Japan, apparently. But I do want to go to Hawaii. My friend went. This is there this week, and I'm so jealous.
Hawaii is awesome. I've been. And channel member Afroventus is actually just got back from there.
Wow. I want
I-
to go so bad.
I like it. I want to go back. But like right now is kind of a sketchy time. Like they're being kind of crushed by over tourism. They've got a lot of billionaires buying up all their property and all their land and shit. They still
They're
have
still
it.
recovering from those fires. Also,
They still have not completely recovered from the fires. You know, their economy is not conducive to normal living for any kind of regular worker, which is, you know, kind of the same as most everywhere else in America, but, you know, particularly rough there. So
yeah,
it's-
Hawaii, like, I think what a lot of, like, I surely did not realize this, and depending on how well your geography is, like, other people may not realize this, but, like, just because, like, they put it in a certain place on the map to be like, the United States, Hawaii, and Alaska, like, Hawaii is way the fuck
it's like in the middle of
out
the
in
Pacific.
ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like in the middle of the
way
Pacific.
the fuck. So,
Yeah,
yeah, everything there is expensive because it is way the fuck in the middle of fucking nowhere.
yeah. Yeah, their groceries are crazy expensive. Like
Yeah.
$10 for a gallon of milk and shit.
Yeah, it's
But I mean,
isolated. And I don't think, like, I know for sure, like, until I really looked at like where it was in the world, I didn't understand like quite how isolated the Hawaiian Islands are.
yeah, they're pretty out there.
They're pretty fucking out there. Like, you see this? This is the middle
It's
of the
almost
ocean.
it's almost the
That is
middle.
the middle of the ocean.
It's almost, well, I guess that's French Polynesia down here. Oh, French Polynesia's over here. That's Fiji. But it's almost closer to Fiji than it is the U.S. Or French Polynesia is the U.S. But yeah, it's way out here. Where's Guam?
Guam is
over.
closer to Japan, right?
Yeah, it's over here somewhere.
I had a friend who was living in Japan teaching English, and
There it is.
another one of our friends was in Guam doing an internship, I think, or like some kind of post-college like biology thing. So they met up in Japan. But yeah, she was in Guam. It looks also. I would love to go to Guam. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
It's American territory. You don't need a passport. You just need
Perfect.
to stomach a really long flight.
Ugh, I hate it.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I know you had a rough time. I had also a similarly rough, like not as bad as yours was, but I had the flight we took to Brazil was so long. We had two. We had to take one from the States to Brazil and then another one within Brazil to get to the place where we were going. I couldn't sleep on the flight down because I didn't have the window, so I couldn't lean against anything.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to like the inter-Brazilian, like I was just like nodding off just because I was so tired that like I could not physically stay awake. Yeah, I was exhausted. It was dreadful.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, like, why can't planes go faster? Like get this shit over with faster. Go as fast as possible. I'm waiting for.
They just need to invent some teleportation.
I don't know if I would trust it. Could you imagine like Elon Musk?
I could imagine
I have
that, and
created
it would be
a teleportation
terrible.
device.
But I do think that like if Elon Musk invented a teleportation device, there would be a lot of his little simps ready to try it, and then
Oh
they
yeah.
would go away, and then it would be like the Darwin Awards. So that would be like a nice little like. I wish he would like.
Wasn't that the
what I
basis of like a horror movie? Like, wasn't that Apocalypse or not or Event Horizon rather? Like,
I don't know. Maybe.
anyways, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I think what I would really like is for people to be like, Elon, you can't get to Mars. You don't know how. You won't do it because you're scared. I want people to like bully him into getting on a rocket and going to Mars and dying there.
I don't know if he is brave enough for that. Because like, if he wanted to go to space, he would have been doing it with Jeff Bezos, right?
That's what I think.
Bezos has been launching himself off into space, but Musk is just a loudmouth. He's all talk.
He is all talk. He won't even fight Zuck.
Exactly. Let's just fight that guy, man. I want to see them both just beat the living shit out of each other.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I
know-
guess this was
I knew
about.
that Sam Neill was in this movie, but I didn't know what it was
Yeah.
about.
I guess this was about a experimental gravity drive rather than teleportation. Okay, a little bit different. A little bit different.
Do you remember that like cartoon of the like thing that? Never mind. It was like a cartoon, and like the thing cloned itself, and then like, but once you cloned yourself, it would destroy the original.
No, that does not sound familiar at all.
Oh, I think it was on Liquid Television or something.
Oh, I
It
don't
was
think I
like
ever.
it was like a thing. It was like it was very cartoony, like a very cartoony like there were two boxes, and like you would step into one, and the clone would step out of one box, and then the other one would like smash down to like gunk. But I really don't remember. I
Beavis,
loved Liquid Television.
Beavis and Butthead, Aeon Flux, The Specialist, Brad Dharma.
Brad Dharma, Psychedelic Detective.
I didn't watch any of
Psychedelic
this.
Detective.
This was I didn't have cable TV until about
Oh yeah.
1994, and by then I just wasn't I wasn't watching MTV.
Did you have the box? They have the box in Texas.
The box?
The box.
Was that music video station that you paid?
Yeah.
We
Or
had
you
that.
Called, yeah. You
We
could vote for them to. You could like call in and vote for them to play a certain video. Yeah.
we had that.
Yeah, yeah.
We had that in Oklahoma. I have a
Nice.
pretty funny story about the box, but I won't share that on stream.
Is it about put them on the glass?
No.
Okay. Uh. We did not. The Florida did not have the box, but and I don't think Georgia had the box. But when we would go visit my cousins in Alabama, they had the box.
Did you order videos off of there yourself?
No.
Just wait to see what random people would buy.
Yeah, we would just watch. We were just watching videos.
I wonder if that's music videos just don't have the same. They still make music videos, but nobody really pays attention to them anymore.
I only like pay attention to the ones that like. Yeah, I don't because, and honestly, like when we had like MTV2 or any kind of like music video channel that played music videos all the time, I would watch music videos all day. I
Yeah.
love to watch music videos, but I don't sit on YouTube and watch music videos.
No,
for
no.
sure. Yeah, I'll watch like Megan Thee Stallion's music videos, but or like Cardi B. I'll watch a music video, but like I don't sit and watch music videos because there's no channel. But I loved them. I loved like pop-up video. Remember?
I remember pop-up video. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun because I like those little behind the scenes. And then like sometimes they would do MTV used to do making the music video. Because I remember they did a making a music video for like Jennifer Lopez's Love Don't Cost a Thing, and I remember watching that and I was just like, wow, this is cool. But
That
yeah.
may have been after I paid attention to music videos. I just remember, I think the last video that I watched that I actually was like interested in watching was, I think it was the music video for the Smashing Pumpkins song on the Batman and Robin soundtrack. So,
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's a long time ago.
Well, yeah, exactly. After that, I was like, yeah, all right. Because by that time, like even around then, MTV stopped playing so many videos, and they were leaning more into like Real World and
Their dumb reality show
yeah,
shit,
Road
yeah.
Rules. Yeah,
The Real World Road Rules Marathon, yeah. Oh, what was that? It's 16 and pregnant or whatever. Teen
What?
Mom. That was it.
16
Teen
and
Mom.
pregnant. What?
Teen
I
Mom.
have not heard of this.
They had a show called Teen Mom. And they had MTV True Life or something. That was like people's weird true life stories. It was whatever. Like they're lean into like reality TV. It was terrible. MTV is the reason we have reality TV too. It's the fucking Real World. Started it all. They brought
started
us
it-
into this hellscape.
It started it, but the reason why reality TV is the way that it is now is not because of MTV. It's because of that like 2007, 2008 writer strike. And when that writer strike happened, all the networks didn't have any programming. And they were like, what are we going to do? So that's when they were just like, let's make reality TV shows. And that's when you had all sorts of crazy ass reality shows that came out of there. Some popped off, but like there was one, what was it called? I think it was called like Kid Nation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Look, Kid Nation. It's really literally just this kid crying. The premise of this show was fucking insane. Synopsis. The show features 40 children and adolescents aged 8 to 15, was filmed on location at the Bonanza Creek Movie Ranch, a privately owned town built on the ruins of Bonanza City, New Mexico, 13 miles south of Santa Fe. The show stressed the difficulty in creating a viable society. While each child received $5,000 for their involvement, gold stars valued at $20,000 and $50,000 were awarded to select outstanding participants as decided by the elected town council. So the idea was it was all these kids that basically had to run a town and make it work, you know. And this is like an old western town. Like, so
oh my god.
they had to cultivate food, they had to get the electricity working, they had a council of kids that kind of governed, so like kids were power tripping over other kids and shit. Like it was yeah, Lord of the Flies. I was gonna say this was a real Lord of the Flies sort of situation, but like it actually kind of turned into that sort of thing, you know. So it was an interesting.
Oh my god. Did I tell you? I was looking through my YouTube history to see like what music videos I had been watching. And so while I'm browsing through my YouTube history, there's a press conference that the sheriff from my hometown gave.
Yeah.
Because there was a person who flew to my very tiny hometown in Florida from New Jersey to murder someone that they did not like that they played an online video game together.
What?
Yes.
They flew to
Like,
murder someone.
Yeah, they flew to Florida from New Jersey, bought a hammer at the Ace Hardware, and attacked this person.
That was your boss.
I thought like I talked to my former coworker about it, and he was like, "This is totally like this guy we used to work with named Greg. He's like, this was Greg, and I'm like, oh my god, this totally would have been Greg. Greg totally would have like made an enemy on EverQuest, and this is what, but it wasn't. It was some just like people we don't know. But yeah, it was crazy. So like the sheriff gave some press conference, and he was like, well, this is a weird one because we don't know like an attempted murder in my hometown is unheard of almost. So yeah, it was nuts. I see that I
Jesus.
watched a lot of cooking videos.
There are a couple of cooking YouTubers that I like to watch. Guga Foods is always a great watch. I used to watch more Guga Foods on the stream. It made me hungry though, but it was always really good. Wolf Pit, although that guy, he just dropped a video not too long ago that was really like, dude, what the fuck? What is going on here? Because like most of the time, Wolf Pit is just like, his videos are all like, he's some boomer ass dude who is like, let me show you how to eat on a budget. She shows you how to make like prohibition style food, and it's like you could feed your family for like $1.50 on this meal, and he's telling boomer ass dad jokes while he's doing it. It's it's entertaining, and it's interesting and informative in the sense that like when I look at the comments, it's always people that are like, they're like, I lost my wife. I'm 70 years old, live by myself, and I'm on a strict budget, and your videos have really saved my life. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. People are going through it. But this guy is, like, helping them, which is great.
Yeah.
But he released a video, this one right here.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Wolf Pit. I just wanted to do a quick video to let you know why I stopped doing videos for the past 45 days. Even before the last 45 days, things started going downhill pretty quickly when Mrs. Wolfpit and I decided to go our separate ways. Divorces are tough for anyone, but they're a part of life, and we'll get through it just like we do everything else. Fortunately, people fall in love. Unfortunately, people fall.
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. This is fine.
Like,
this is fine. Just hold on. Just hang in here. Hold on a second. Just hold on.
Okay.
It's a part of life.
All right.
But life goes on, and I'll get through this, and so will you if you're going through the same situation. But then on Father's Day weekend is what caused me to stop making videos for the past 45 days. The first part of Father's Day weekend was fantastic. Both my daughters and their significant others came over, and we had a nice steak dinner consisting of bratwurst poached in beer, butter, and onions, and then grilled, corn on the cob wrapped with lots of butter, salt and pepper, and garlic.
See, this is starting to make me hungry again.
Coated in coarse kosher salt. Along with a nice refreshing pasta salad. And how could we have all that goodness without grilled ribeye steaks? Visiting and having dinner with my daughter and her husband and my other daughter and her boyfriend was the highlight of my day. But like the old saying goes, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. And my day was far from over. And by the time the fat lady sang, I ended up in the hospital with 2 broken hips, 2 broken femurs, 2 broken knees, and a handful of broken toes.
Christ,
I don't really feel it's necessary to go into how this happened, but it happened.
That's the crazy part. I don't feel it's necessary to go into how it happened. Motherfucker, you are in traction. You've got 2 broken femurs?
You have 2 broken femurs and 2 broken hips, and you're just like...
And a handful of broken toes. Like, goddamn, dog. Like, I don't know what happened. I mean, I would have assumed he was hit by a car, but it sounds like he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to specify. That gives me a little bit of cause. Where it's like,
Did you ever watch The State?
No.
That comedy show.
No.
There was a skit that they did, and it was like a college orientation or something, and they're like, so I went out drinking, things got a little out of hand, and now I have tape on my face. And that was like so it was just like constant people with increasingly more tape on their face. And people would be like, what happened? They're like, well, I went out last night and things got a little out of hand, and now I have tape. And
they
this
just
is
keep
exactly
being
what
vague.
yeah, I went out and things got a little out of hand, and now I have 2 broken hips, 2 broken femurs, a handful of broken toes, which, by the way, is 5.
And,
And-
stuff happens.
And
We'll get
needless to
through it.
say, it hurt. It hurt really bad.
Jesus
At
Christ, my
first,
guy.
I think they gave me a nerve block. And then they gave me fentanyl, which at the time I thought fentanyl was totally illegal. And then they gave me morphine. I might have the order of dosages confused, but I had all of those until they switched me over to oxycodone,
Oh
which
my
I've been
God.
taking as prescribed for the last month or so, which I've finally run out of. Now it's 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen every 8 hours. But as you know, the fat lady was far from singing yet. Here's some pictures of the food they gave me, but I really didn't eat it. Not because the food was terribly bad, it was actually pretty tasty, I just had no appetite. Here's the meatloaf with gravy, green beans, roasted potatoes, and black coffee. Very
This is
comparable to a
meatloaf?
frozen meatloaf dinner. Not
Frozen.
the best tasting or nutritious food in the world, but it gave you the calories you needed to get through the day. And then here was a meal I really didn't understand. A chicken pot pie with vegetables on the side, and a bowl of cream of chicken soup, along with black
That
coffee.
is
The
not a pot
was
pie.
basic.
That's like a make your own pot pie. But like
This is
assemble this
like-
shit yourself.
Did you see the Facebook post that Lauren made about like someone and their undercooked pizza? That's what
Yeah.
this looks like.
British
This
food.
looks like someone put a pita bread on top of a bowl of soup. Why is it? Why? Yeah, I also don't understand this, dude. Why do you have vegetables on the side? I don't get it.
This is just how they gave it to him. Like
Ridiculous.
those
Absurd.
veggies, yeah, they should be chopped up. They should be in this
I would be
cream,
like, take this.
and
take
all
this
of it
away
should
from
be
me.
inside of the pot pie. I don't know what is this, just an empty
Yeah.
crust then?
Oh, it's deconstructed.
Yeah, it looks like it's deconstructed. That's what I'm saying. Like it should be assembled.
This is like someone's chopped like. Chefs, today for you, I've made a deconstructed chicken pot pie with carrots, broccoli, domino sugar.
They really need a lot more than 4 weeks of painkillers to that level of injury. Well, I'm concerned that, being on...
This man is now addicted to opioids.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, being on Oxycontin and fentanyl is, that's concerning. And morphine.
I mean, but also, like, when you think about that, like, you don't. Surely you were not. I don't know. Like, I've never been in that amount of pain.
Yeah,
so I
I'm
can't
sure that
say,
I
but,
would have been like, bring it all on. If I had 2 broken
but,
femurs,
like, yeah, but also, like, how conscious are you? You know what I mean? Like, is it just like, I am in such pain, I have taken this painkiller and now I am asleep, or I am in such pain, I have taken this painkiller and it is taking the edge off. Like, I don't know.
I
have
feel
no
like it's-
concept of like that amount of pain.
it's probably a combination of both. You're probably asleep and the edges off a little bit.
Yeah.
Particularly
I
the
just
cream of
can't
chicken
imagine, like,
soup with some
remaining
vegetables
conscious.
and a couple pieces
You're
of
not.
chicken in it with a piece
You're
of dough
not.
on top. So serving the cream of chicken soup with the chicken pot pie just didn't make sense. Neither was very good. The pot
He
pie
is
quality or taste
strangely
didn't even
perky.
come close to a 99
He always
cent
sounds like
banquet
this,
pot
though.
pie. The cream of chicken soup was basically a can of chicken soup. And then for breakfast one day, we had French toast,
That's just sandwich
What
ham.
What is that?
turkey
Yeah.
bacon,
Oh, that's
fruit,
turkey
and
bacon.
again, black coffee.
But it's like
All
uncooked
of the
turkey
food
bacon.
was edible.
That's what it looks like to
However,
me.
the black coffee was the star of every meal. I believe this was the breakfast I ate the day I went home from the hospital after my accident. 2 days later, here I was again, back in the hospital. Put that fake smile aside, and I was even in worse shape this time than I was the first time. Originally, They thought I had a life-threatening infection called C. diff. Google it if you like. It's kind of gross to post here. Fortunately, the results for C.
Absolutely
diff
not.
came back negative, and the infection, whatever it was, they never found out really what it was, kept me in the hospital longer than my accident did. But
Oh
now
my
I'm back
God.
home with the two things that really understand me,
Baby boy.
still in a decent amount of pain, but getting better every day, to trying more highly processed foods for you, the people, so you don't have to. Thank you all very much for watching.
Whew. Yeah, so that's the other food YouTuber I
That was
watch.
a plot twist.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Um,
Louisa. I watch two Persian food YouTubers. One of them sometimes her has like captions that are in English. I don't know that so sometimes I can kind of like grasp what's going on, and it's called Eco Cook. And then there's another guy that I watch, and I do not understand what he is saying most of the time. Like, my Persian is not great, but he is just like a cute, sweet, like dad, grandpa type, and I adore him. And he made some really good looking hamburgers one day.
What's it called?
The first one is called Eco Cook, ECO Cook. The grandpa guy is somebody. Let me see.
Have you ever watched Wilderness Cooking? It's
I
this
haven't.
it's this dude from Azerbaijan who like
Ooh.
always makes like he'll like he never speaks. It's all just, you know, ASMR cooking basically. But he's out like in the mountains and he's got to make a hamburger. So like he builds his own grill. And then like
Oh,
he,
nice.
he hacks up a leg of a cow or something and like butchers the cow meat and then takes a knife and makes his own ground beef from the cow meat and it makes his
I
own
love that.
like it's really like from the ground up, but it always looks amazing. And he has like 20 nieces and nephews that always end up eating his food. It's really good. I recommend that.
That's cool. Eco Cook is the one with sometimes has English captions, so that's
Yeah.
fun. And then the other guy is Yummy Gastronomy.
Yummy Gastronomy.
Yeah, and I really like him. He's so precious. Look at
Oh,
him.
this guy. Oh, this guy looks awesome.
دوستان سلام به یامی گسترونومی خوش اومدید. من مهیار هستم و خوشوقتم که امشب در خدمتتون هستم. یه خبر خوب
He
I
is,
love
uh,
him.
یک
I
He's
just want to hug him.
he's Persian.
Yeah.
Okay. One second. Oh, he's talking about his pets. I want to see him make something.
I think, go to his little channel.
Oh my god, that already looks awesome.
دوستان
You're
سلام
right.
به یامی گسترونومی خوش اومدید. من مهیار هستم. امروز میخوام یه ساندویجی رو خدمتتون معرفی بکنم.
Do you understand what he's saying?
I know he's saying like, this is Yummy Gastronomy. My name is Mahyar. Today we're gonna be making a sandwich, but that's pretty much it.
I want to know what's in this sandwich.
عزیز
I mean, you
دوست
can probably
داشتنی.
tell.
I can't.
Like,
That
you
looks.
Or like, no, like, because he'll be doing stuff, and you can usually like
Okay,
kind of
I
see
I
what
see
it
what you-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
بسیار ساده و راحت، دارای یک تاریخ جالب و چیزی که در واقع از شهر نیویورک پدید آمده، اما تا همین
I think he just said New York patty melt. I caught that
Yep.
part.
Yeah.
I like that mustache. That is.
He's terrific. Just love him.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch this later. Okay, ground beef. Okay. It's a lot of red
Oh
onions.
man.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I need to go
I
eat
know.
something. I haven't eaten dinner tonight.
Oh no, you must eat. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here.
Yeah. Oh, it is midnight here. Oh, I'm gonna let you go then,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm gonna go myself.
Okay. I'm off tomorrow, so
Oh, are you?
no worries. Yeah,
Okay.
we're on the break, the summer break at where I work.
Cool.
So I don't work Fridays until September. School's back the day after Labor Day. So I only work Monday through Thursday from 10 to 4.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
So 3 weeks
Well-
of 3-day weekends.
If I had, eaten dinner earlier, I would have continued reacting to these food videos. But now, after
Oh my
watching that
gosh.
sandwich,
I know.
I'm like,
so
I need to
hungry.
go. I need to go eat something
The
immediately.
one where there's one where he grills burgers like in the backyard, and it just like
Let me show you.
so it looks so good. Oh, there's like a little thumbnail of it. Oh, it looked so good.
With this one.
See it? See? Yeah. It looks terrific.
Let me see if I can show you.
Oh yeah, I'm all
Yeah.
about this life. Yeah, buddy.
This dude,
Yeah.
like, he just cooks the craziest shit, just like out in the mountains and shit. Like, I would like to
I
see.
love it.
I'm just gonna click on which one. Let's start here.
Oh wow.
Why is the video all choppy?
Oh, is it just like the intro?
It must be new because I'm not used to him having an intro. But yeah, look at where he's cooking at.
Oh, I want to be there.
Seriously, I don't know
Yeah,
anything
Where does he live? Oh, Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Azerbaijan. But
neither. I
this-
want to be there.
this guy makes the mountain living look good.
Yeah, it does. It looks terrific.
I'm guessing that's salt. Yeah, lamb meat cured in salt.
Salt cured. So weird to see this like very, like wooden everything out in the middle of the woods, and then he just has this like, stainless pan.
Yeah, he's got an iPhone and stuff.
Yeah. No, little dude, living the dream.
Yeah, it kind of is the dream, huh?
It is for me. I know for a lot of people it isn't, but looks terrific. It must be so nice to just like be that far out and like not have to hear someone running a lawnmower.
Is that a problem for you, the lawnmower?
It was when I lived in Pittsburgh. Every day I heard
Oh.
a lawnmower. Every single day. Here not so much because we live in this like gated condo community, so we hear the lawnmower when the lawn people come, and I think they probably come during while I'm at work. But yeah, it's just, it's a city and it's noisy and people are honking because no one can drive here. And I would love to be in these green fields, see some mountains, and have a biggest and most delicious burger.
Have an Azerbaijani uncle making you
Yes,
a
please.
giant fucking burger.
Amu. Yeah, I want to eat that goat for dinner. Ready. Terrific.
I think he also makes his own bread too. Like he bakes everything basically. And it all looks fucking
I need to
incredible.
get better at making bread.
I've never
Not the
tried it.
greatest.
I've never tried it.
I was making pizza dough for a while.
Pizza dough. Now pizza dough is easier to make. I've done that before. Yeah, he made this bread because he made a giant ass burger, so he had to make
Yeah,
the bread for
You
it.
have to.
But pizza dough isn't that difficult. But what I did before with a friend of mine was we had a make our own pizza party that we hosted.
Oh, fun.
So before the party, we made just like a bunch of little balls of dough and put it in saran wrap and threw it in like the fridge. And then the day of the party, people came over. The only thing we told them to bring was their own toppings. We had the dough, we had the tomato sauce, and we had cheese. So all that was provided. All you have to do is bring your own topping. So people showed up with all their different weird toppings. They just grabbed a ball out of the fridge, rolled it themselves, you know, put the pasta sauce on it, and threw it in the oven. And so it was really cool though, because like everybody had their own weird custom pizza, and you know, people would try each other's pizza. You know, I got to try somebody.
cool.
They put sun-dried tomatoes on their pizza, and it was delicious. You know, so I want to do that again. It actually was a lot of fun. I want to do that again.
We did. I had a recipe, like a pizza dough recipe, and
Oh, he
that we
made
would
his own
make-
sesame bun. Look at that.
oh, that looks so good. Oh, that's gigantic. Yeah, so the pizza dough recipe that I have, you can do it one of two ways. You can either like assemble it, like roll your pizza dough out into a circle or whatever, like put all your stuff on there, all your
Yeah.
toppings, and put it in the oven and let it bake at like the highest temperature your oven can go. Or alternately, you can like roll out the dough, toast the dough in a pan, and then put your toppings and stuff on it and broil it. And they have like different consistencies depending on how you like it. So if you rolled it out and like topped it and then put it, like we have a pizza stone, so we would put it on the stone and then put it in the oven, and it made a crispier crust.
Yeah.
But if you did it like, if you put it in the pan and let it like kind of toast in the pan and then topped it and put it in the broiler, it was chewier. So it was kind of nice because like Daryl Surratt likes a crispier pizza, like almost like a thin crust, and I liked it a little chewier. So it was perfect because like we could cook them at the same time basically, because his would go in the oven for like a little bit and mine would like toast and go in the broiler. But it was cool, and it's nice because you know we like different toppings, so it was and then you know we would try different stuff, like oh I got spicy tomato sauce, oh I got pesto, I got you know whatever.
That's why I want one of
Um,
these.
Oh fun.
Outdoor pizza oven. So that I can get the wood fired effect from my outdoor grill basically.
I feel good about the oven life without the wood fired, but
I like
that's
grilling.
personal preference.
I like grilling. I
Yeah.
like being outdoors, so I'm for it.
I
Either
like
way,
I like a grilled corn on the cob so much.
me too.
I love grilled corn on the cob.
Okay, I have to go eat.
Go eat. All right.
I'm so
Thanks for
hungry.
having me. Thanks
Hey,
everybody. Good
thanks,
to see everybody.
Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was so fun. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right, good night. And to you out there too. Oh yeah, my camera's off. Let me turn this back on. Oh, I hit my... That's right, I changed it to the other camera. Hey, there we go. All right, thank you for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. I am going to go eat because I'm starving. But I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I see you guys then. If not, I will see you when I see you. Take it easy, everybody.